If you go away on this summer day, then you might as well take the sun away. All the birds that flew in the summer sky when our love was new and our hearts were high, when the day was young and the night was long and the moon stood still for the night bird's song. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees, we'll worship the wind. But if you go, I'll understand. Leave me just enough love to hold in my hand. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away, as I know you must, there'll be nothing left in the world to trust. Just an empty room full of empty space, like the empty look I see on your face. I'd have been the shadow of your shadow, thought it might have kept me by your side. If you go away, if you go away, if you go away. But if you stay, I'll make you a day like no day has been or will be again. We'll sail on the sun, we'll ride on the rain, we'll talk to the trees, we'll worship the wind. But if you go, I'll understand. Leave me just enough love to hold in my hand. If you go away, if you go away, ne me quitte pas.
What will we do with the drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler? Early in the morning, waiting
Discord, please. Yeah, you can run Discord through a web browser, which is what I'm gonna do. Where the hell are we putting Kagar's shop? That's a good question. Let me get a invitation. Copy. There you go, guys. How are intelligent constructs treated in the Empire, if there are any? Dots, it kind of depends on the way that the construct was made. There's basically some major taboos about what happens in the Empire because the magic, the Ethereum, is basically this membrane that covers the entire world, that permeates everything. And every living creature within the Empire, well, within the world itself, contributes to the Aether. Every living creature. Everything that has life contributes to the Aether. The things that don't contribute to the Aether are things like undead, things like constructs, inanimate objects, the ground, dirt, minerals, things of that nature, water. So the idea of a construct is that an intelligent construct is in many ways considered to be anathema, because it's a living creature which does not contribute back to the life energy of the world, the Aether, that animates all other things. So it depends kind of upon the area of the world that you're in. It depends upon the beliefs of the people you run across. There are no gods in this world. So a lot of what happens is things like spirit worship, ancestor worship, and belief is powerful enough to cause okay, Classic. No, I'm not trying to be pedantic either, Classic. It's just I switch tracks real quick, Dolph, to come back to you. Classic. We teach positive mental attitude when it comes to achieving goals, period. But we teach it in the Marine Corps marksmanship program, the martial arts program, as a combat conditioning instructor. It's very easy to become mentally defeated. And the idea of morale is very important to military organizations the world over. So having a good mindset is important. I mean, moreover, you can attribute certain physiological changes and physiological trends to the influence of psychology, and vice versa. There are aspects of psychology which are influenced. I mean, your psychology is a result of the chemicals in your brain, the electricity in your brain, the effects of the changes on your central nervous system. Oh no, absolutely, Dots. Like Warforged that have intelligence, that have autonomy, the ability to make decisions and act on their own would probably be looked upon with skepticism, because they would have to be imbued with a semblance of life, with a semblance of agency. Their ability to make decisions, their ability to exist in the way that a normal living creature, a born creature, would. But without the return, they don't return Aether to the Ethereum. They don't create and produce their own energy so they would be seen as a drain upon the fabric of the world. If you caught the first episode of For the Empire, the wizard that the party ran into out in the forest, he was strident, I should say. He was strident. He hated the demi-humans because he sees them as a drain upon the natural world. He sees them as creatures which take more than they give from the fabric of the Aether, or the Ethereum. And so he's trying to wipe them out, or according to him, he's trying to wipe them out for this reason. So any creature which would essentially keep Aether from the Ethereum might be looked upon poorly.
So what if it's like animated armor that has like a sentient weapon or piece of armor on it that allows it to pilot the armor?
Okay, I had a question come up from one of the mods who wanted a sentient magical item. That is considered to be some of the foulest necromancy in the world, because you have to take a fragment of someone's living essence and imbue it into an item to give it the semblance of sentience, to give it its personality. And that is essentially, when people die, there's no gods in this world. This is kind of like an agnostic paradise. There's no gods. When you die, everything that is what you are, your soul per se, returns to the Ethereum. The energy which animated you and gave you life and sentience returns to the greater fabric of the Ethereum and is then used for whatever else the Aether is used for at that point. To imbue an item or an artifact with sentience is to capture the soul of another creature and to place it into an inanimate prison. Necromancy. Very, very highly frowned upon. The idea of having a magical item that just it has a connection to the Ethereum, it draws power from the Ethereum, it even has, a fragment of Aether in it, which powers it, is fine. Because essentially it's a self-contained, it's almost like a cyst of magical energy separated from the Ethereum. But a sentient being is going to be drawing more and more Aether from the Ethereum throughout their lifetime, their lifespan, whatever. Which is complicated, because clerics, since there are no gods, very frequently clerics worship items called conduits. And conduits are basically natural nexuses. Somebody asked about ley lines last session as well. A conduit is basically the juncture of ley lines of etheric force. Yo, Clutch Man, it's interesting, right? Because I figured there'd be more nerds interested in weightlifting specifically, because weightlifting requires no athletic prowess. It requires very little coordination. What it does require is the ability to focus, the ability to follow a systematic approach to strength or whatever your goal is, whatever physiological adaptation you want. It's all science. It's all science, and it's all formulaic. You just have to follow a system. You have to understand what you're doing. You have to understand the physiological and the kinesiological premises behind what you're doing, and then you just do it. It's easy. Well, I mean, it's not easy. It's simple, though. Relatively simple. Do no gods equal no clerics, or a different spin on them? Cudgel, I was just explaining that, yeah. So no gods means that a lot of clerics worship these either locations or natural formations called conduits. And they form a personal bond to the conduit. So it requires pilgrimage to these sacred places. It requires meditation and reflection and forming a personal connection to these conduits. And from that point, they can draw energy from the conduit, which is in turn fed by worshippers, believers, the natural Aether that is drawn to that area of the world. Oh, Clutch, absolutely. I remember, I tell people my anecdotal stories about when I first started lifting weights. I've been playing sports my whole life, but I'm not very good at sports. I'm not particularly talented, not particularly athletic. I just work really hard. And yeah, what I know now compared to what I knew a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, ridiculous. Weightlifting, if you can close your hand into a fist, you can weightlift. I mean, some of the more technically challenging lifts, like deadlifting or overhead squatting, or the Olympic lifts, the power lifts, certainly require coordination, practice, skill, training. since there are no gods, was Vecna ever... No, Vecna was never an entity in this world. There were gods that invaded the world and waged war on the initial inhabitants of the world called the Primordials. But there were never actual gods in the world.
Henley just woke up.
Right?
So, Byron.
Yeah.
Hobgoblin posted in the Discord that, quote, what if some ass-kicking righteous mofo who hated goblins poured his soul into a sword toward himself to forever take the fight against his hatred, rather than return to them like Aether. So if some like righteous hero puts his soul into a sword willingly to help in this, is it still frowned upon?
I feel like in that case, there may be an exception from the culture or whomever this person belonged to, whatever culture they belong to, may make it. There may be a holy relic for that culture, but to other cultures, it may still be considered necromancy. It may still be considered trapping a soul because, and let me give some more background about this. All of the demi-humans and the primevals were created from the slain, basically the souls, the life energy of slain primordials during the God War. When the gods invaded the world, when they killed the primordials, they massacred hundreds, thousands of primordials. These are incredibly powerful, like god tier creatures in this world now. But they killed the majority of these creatures, and they bound their essence into these new creations called the primevals. And so the world of Alara is still fractured and damaged because the primevals are essentially these huge walking repositories of Aether that have never returned to the Ethereum. And much like a body, like a human body, when your homeostasis is disrupted, when you are infected by a virus or a bacteria or a fungus or whatever, when your body has been damaged, right, when your body has been damaged in some way, there can be a chain of secondary effects, a chain of secondary damage that comes from that. Like, a fever is a result of an infection, frequently. And so on and so forth. So the world of Alara, as it is currently, is sick. It is damaged because these creatures that were created, these primevals... Hey, Temporary Sandy, good to see you, man. With a $5 holla. Welcome back, buddy. But yeah, so since these primevals still exist somewhere, the membrane of the Aether throughout the world is damaged. It's sick. And it's one of the reasons why people don't trust magic users at all. Because, well, I should say humans don't trust magic users at all. Because humans have no inherent connection to the Ethereum. They were created to be inert and created to be non-responsive to this membrane to keep them from rebelling as they did. And any human being that shows aptitude for sorcery, who has made a pact with a power beyond the understanding of the average human, as in warlocks, creatures that have, or when they form a connection to the land, as druids, and even some of the clerical orders, are viewed upon with great suspicion because they have the ability to interact with this world that most of humankind can't. I mean, basically Hobgoblin, it's a very simplified version of what's going on, but the primevals are considered to be the greatest threat to the world of Alara.
So it's not the primordials that are gone, not the primevals are gone, the primordials are gone.
The primordials were the natural, basically the natural formations. If a conduit is the juncture of ley lines, if a conduit as a place or as an object is the formation of a physical manifestation of a place of great Aether, a primordial is a sentient manifestation of the Ethereum. They are like powerful nature spirits, powerful creatures which are formed from the world itself. They're in a lot of ways they could be considered to be reflections of the natural state of the world where they inhabit. So, say a dragon living in a volcano would be considered, like, if the dragon is strong and healthy, then that region would be considered to be fairly healthy in terms of the Ethereum. The tree that the guys ran into on Monday, or on last Wednesday, that was a primordial. So these very powerful creatures are a manifestation of the natural world. Is Ki... Yes, Dots. Actually, Ki and psionics are both considered to be creatures who have the ability to harness Ki and to harness psionics. Are essentially... They produce an excess of aether. They are more... They give back more than they take to the ethereum. Primordials are not a-holes. Primordials just don't give a fuck about mortals, basically. Primevals are generally not very fun. Yeah, sorcerers as well. Sorcerers, as are considered to be human sorcerers again. I'm saying this all mostly from the human perspective. Human sorcerers tend to be even more distrusted than any other kind because the only way a human sorcerer can access magic is if they have the blood of a demi-human or a primeval in them. If they are somehow attuned to the aether in a way that most humans are not.
So who combats these? Who combats these people? Is it just everyone?
Humans in this world, I'm still going through the racial differences on the wiki. But humans in this world are naturally resistant to magic. Not a blanket resistance to magic, but in a lot of, like, in a similar way to halflings having the lucky trait, humans automatically reroll ones on any saving throw against magic, and once per day they gain advantage on saving throws against a magical effect. So just naturally sort of soak up or repel magic. Oh. Hey, people are here. Alright, maybe we will have the end of Crimson Chains. Guess we'll see. Hold on, guys. Hobgoblin did like it. Oh, Brian's level 18 now. Basically, Dots, to answer your question, monks and psionicists in this world will essentially be able to tap into their own personal reservoir of aether, as opposed to accessing aether outside of themselves. Yeah, let me talk to my group sort of showed up. I guess we could play. What do you guys want? You guys want us to play? You guys want us to do map building?
I'm fine with map building. Playing's cool. Want to finish it up and do like your sci-fi thing?
Let me open a vote. New.
So, wait. I ask a quick brief.
Say again?
Do you mind if I ask a quick greedy question about my character then?
Yeah, of
This
course.
is how sorcerers work? Okay, so basically, to put it in layman's terms, I'm multi-classing 15 rogue, 5 sorcerer. How exactly would that work in this world then?
15 World 5 Sorcerer? I mean, you would have the ability, you would probably have somewhere far, far back in your lineage either some demi-human or primeval blood.
Okay.
Like, mechanically, it's not going to have any real impact. It's just going to be how people view you, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
If they find out that you can do these things. Where it comes to Magic of the Rangers, I would imagine Ezot that would be a reflection of their connection to the land, whatever their terrain is, their favorite terrain. It would essentially be like if you could imagine mana from Magic the Gathering. Like you form a bond with the land. What's up, General Chris? Good to see you, man. Oof. The vote's pretty close. You had an explication? You mean explanation? I don't know what an explication is, if it is a thing. Did I miss it? Great, it's even. Oh! What'd I miss? Ezot, type your question. I refuse to vote. Both options sound badass. Oh. Yeah, actually, Ezot, that would be an example of a conduit. And we're back to deadlock. Perfect. Perfect. Ugh. I need to make this Imperial City map at some point. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it.
Says every map maker.
I don't consider myself to
make this map at some point, but
I don't consider myself to be a map maker yet. I'm getting better. Each of my efforts is better than the last, but that's not really saying all that much.
to be fair, I just do theater of the mind. I just grab a picture and just throw it on there.
Yeah.
I
There,
hate tiling.
there is nothing wrong with that.
I think Twitch chat is chaotic evil or neutral or something. Just
Twitch chat is definitely chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
Start drawing circles and squares to get something looking nice. That's the plan. Neo Vega, they would probably be considered to be a monk and a magic user. It depends. One thing of note in this world, almost all wizards come from one of 13 families of wizards. I should say human wizards. Human wizards have only been around for less than 40 years. So the idea of a human wizard in this world is extremely political. They only marry. Everything's an arranged marriage. Their lives belong to their families, not to themselves. So it's Hobgoblin. I've got like 2.5 of my players. Hey, what's up, Chris? Good to see you, man. What's up, Gargamond? McGlower? I mean, Kagar, if Kagar could manage to marry himself a Vignon woman, then that would be a feather in his cap, certainly. What race is Kagar, by the way, Clam Jam? Clamajamma? Yeah, it looks like the vote ended up as Matt building that anyways, guys, so... rip game. Human. Yeah, that's perfect then. You know, if he's from one of the lesser houses or whatever else, marrying... Vignon is the house which founded human magic. So... that would be extremely prestigious for you and your family.
Correct. correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the same family from the week 1 quest list that someone took as downtime, right?
Yeah. I forgot who did downtime on that one. Yeah.
Pretty sure that was it. Question mark? I don't know. I could probably check.
Yeah, it's somewhere out there. Let me change the stream title.
No, it could still be map making the triggering of Henley.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be Matt making the triggering of TGM. Like, not my only pet peeve, my major pet peeve is I hate no-showing. It drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, I feel you.
Let's all go on. Is there a collaboration drawing sites, Chip?
Yes.
That sounds terrifying. That sounds truly, truly terrifying.
Collaborative drawing and chat.
Right? It's just gonna be, all it's gonna be is like dick pics. Dick pics everywhere.
Yeah, it's just gonna be everywhere. Just
As far as the eye can see.
There you go.
But there I go. What?
Brian, why?
Did you link me something in Discord?
Yes.
Oh god. He linked you the method of the madness.
I kind of want this to look like charcoal, like, you know, I can't go for really high quality drawing because I'm not a fucking high quality artist. So I feel like the cruder map images are better for what I'm doing because, you know, it looks like something somebody sort of like scratched together. Alright, what do you have for me, Discord?
Yeah, I bet this is.
This just seems like a really bad idea. The old rat
Yeah,
folk.
there it is.
Alright, outline.
I forgot I chose that name.
Hey, what's up, Echo Mag? Good to see you, man. I know Nikolai wanted to talk to you, Echo Mag, so feel free, get in there. He said something about marriage. And... K-Guard to the downtime quest for Vignon, which, by the way, where are the results expected to drop? Oh, the results were posted on the wiki. This one. I mean, just to save you a little bit of trouble, the results were basically like, oh yeah, by the way, you investigated this stuff, but nothing really came of it. You weren't able to find who did it. But because...
Twitch chat finished the map for you.
Let Twitch chat finish the map, please no. Please no.
I'm pretty sure they already did. Did you see the link? They already made a map for you.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
They even named it.
I don't see it. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Twitch chat. Just the best. Imperial City of TGM. It's just a big, hairy cock and balls. It looks like there's like either a duck or maybe like a multi-stage wart on the side of it. Can't really tell. 10 out of 10. Would draw again. Need a hillside here. Buffering like crazy. It's supposed to be a ring. Ah, I see. I've never seen a side of the shaft ring. You've seen Jacob Ladders, you've seen Prince Alberts, and all that kind of stuff. But I've never seen like just sticking out of the side, you know? Just a big old ring through the side of a veiny cock. Never seen it. I gotta figure out what to do for this map. A bit hard to do 3D on flock draw. I need some better music than this. Give me form of Vitamin String Quartet. Do you want to name districts in the Imperial City and color the districts? I mean, that's kind of... I'm considering this, like, this little area right here is going to be a hillside, basically, right? Overlooking the bay. That's going to be where the castle is, up here. And then let's go with some walls. You know, if I'm looking at walls, like something like... I don't know. Towers. And just literally connect the dots, you know? How do you care to get the quest? I made mine, just took some paper on a quest board. Ah, sweet cudgel. So this is the stream you come back to? Yeah, apparently Kid Wicked. Hey, what's up, Dad? Needs more cowbell, blue oyster cults. Henley, I already basically promised my chat that I'd do map making since the game didn't start at a reasonable time tonight. So apologies if it's going to be an issue or anything. Yo, Henley, man, like, it's currently almost 8 o'clock. Hey, what's up, Sniper? Good to see you, man. I feel like I should have more Oh jeez, how was GDQ or GDC? Temporarily in Venice. That's nice. Ugh. Pain in my ass. Alright, guys. We're gonna switch gears again. We're gonna go back into doing the game. I really want to do the season finale of this. I don't want to leave it as what we had as last week. No idea where Jason is. But we'll try to get to this. Yeah, we'll start up the actual D&D game in about 5 minutes.
Okay. TPK. TPK.
Alright, guys. I'm off Discord. I will see you guys later.
What's going on?
Nothing much.
Yeah.
I figured it out, Henley. Poland doesn't do daylight savings time until the 27th.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll just wake up at the normal time, it'll be fine. And then everyone's like, you missed it by an hour! And I'm like, what? Why is my camera so weird?
I have no idea.
How's the audio, by the way? I got a new microphone. Look at this thing.
Yeah, doesn't sound bad at all. Another
Yeah, and I got a new audio interface too. I mean, it was good. It's it's like a indie thing mostly, and the company that I'm with is not really suitable for indies too much. So, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't go there normally without a company presence or whatever. My hair is just fucking crazy today. Give me a sec. How's everyone doing? Oh, that
Okay.
coffee gif. I like it.
Oh, Henley. I need to share with you some 80s music that might be good for cyberpunk.
Oh yeah?
Check that out. This guy's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like fully licensed though, so you might not be able to.
You mean Dance of the Dead? Yeah, I know this guy.
Thrasher's a pretty crazy
But
song.
that's pretty much what you'd expect.
No, like all of Dance with the Dead, and then there's this other guy.
Carpenter Brute is pretty
Yeah.
close.
Oh, where's his channel? There it is. So this guy just does like a bunch of music videos with like 80s synth pop, whatever, to the back of it. His name is literally that 80s guy.
That's a dumb name. Oh wow, he's got like the best. I want to get those posters, man.
I know, right? Like the music video he did for Thrasher was all of those movies, or I think it was Escape from New York, all mixed together. No, it was a bunch of John Carpenter movies all mixed together. It's pretty sweet.
Call me Pliskin.
Snake Plissken.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. I read Neuromancer. Well, I got halfway through Neuromancer on the flight down.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tell you what, I can see exactly where cyberpunk came from that book. Like
Really?
literally, they reference Night City like all the fucking time in that book. Just crazy, crazy kids.
You said Cybermancy?
No, they reference the city of Night City, which is where we'll be playing Cyberpunk 2020 in Neuromancer.
Neuromancer.
Yeah.
Might download that.
Very, very old book. He like invented cyberpunk, basically.
Legit?
Yeah. How you been, Wind? What's going on, man?
I've been okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm. The thing that I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for the lab to be built in my Warframe so that I can actually get my fucking space jet hammer. That's all I want out of that.
I saw you playing it, almost picked it up then. Then I saw you playing the Division, and I had a lot of friends playing the Division, and as much as it looked fun, the concept of paying $100 to play for the first year just didn't seem enticing to me. So
I don't know. The game's fun, man. I mean,
I guess I'm more against.
That's like 5 movies. That's like 5 movies, bro. That's the way I always look at video games. I go, how many movies is this? 5 movies.
I don't really watch movies.
Well, then I have nothing to compare it to, good sir. Nothing.
I guess I'm more against the model. To me, it's like, if you're gonna put a game out, put a game out for a period of time and don't charge extra. I don't get it. I hate the DLC model, and to me, it's just a greedy corporate thing that they keep doing with games. And
I don't know. Okay, what do you want to know? Well, I know for a fact that releasing content after the fact is actually very lucrative. So that's why a lot of people do it. Plus, it also supports the game and makes it so that a lot of things can actually, continue to grow their audiences.
I don't have an issue with DLC coming down the road, but they basically announced that they have DLC going in every month for the next 4 months, and you can buy the season pass so you get it all done in one chunk, but that means you're paying $100.
Oh, the DLC isn't built yet. It's not like they have it built and ready to go, and then they just sit on their hands for the next 4.
They've already announced release dates for the first 3 or 4 things.
It's pretty standard. And to be fair, the first 3 or 4 things are absolutely free, so. The only thing that costs something is over in July, I want to say. So.
Well, anyways, guys, we are an hour late from our usual start time, but we're back.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're back. We're here, and we're gonna get going with the finale of the Crimson Chains campaign. Let's go ahead and do our usual introductions. This time starting with Chip. Chip, you want to tell us about yourself about the character you'll be playing and what his ultimate goal is, as this is the very last session of this campaign.
Hi, my name's Chip. I play a character named
Riard.
Riard. And he's an elf wizard of a bygone era, and his ultimate goal is to use magic in a useful way for once.
Is he actually a wizard? Like, is he really a wizard?
Is he a blade
He's
warlock?
Blade dancer wizard.
Is he just a blade
Isn't he
pack
just
warlock?
Warlock would be a lot more effective.
Probably
let me
so.
tell you. It would be so much more effective. But yeah, I just show up on these shows and play.
Oh, and speaking of which, guys, for those of you who aren't aware, as I mentioned, this is the very last session of the Crimson Chains campaign. Next week, we'll be moving into Henley's Night City campaign. So if you come here looking for us on Monday nights, I'll be hosting Henley. Are we playing these at the same time, or is there a time change?
Yeah, no. By then, I will be over in, standard world clock arena. So it'll be the actual same time, 5 p.m. PST.
All right.
I don't know if we're playing next week because
I thought character
we're
creation was
planning on
next
starting.
week.
Yeah, I want to see if we can get it knocked out next week. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I
'cause that
thought
gives me a week.
I
to
thought we
work
were
on
going to
something.
stream the character creation. Wasn't that the plan?
Yeah, I just don't know about Arthur. That's the problem.
Oh. Well, I mean, just punch him in his goddamn mouth, and we'll get along with it. Fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, so that should be going up next week. If not, it'll be going up. It was always planned to go up on April 4th.
Right.
Sure,
So,
for real.
if we are not able to stream the character creation, that's what we will be doing. So at least I will very likely be streaming it.
Yeah.
If we do character creation for next week. But if
Well,
not,
I mean,
if Henley
so-
lets me keep the rolls that I legitimately rolled on the fucking night party. I rolled like 3 10s and like 2 9s, and the lowest stat I had was like a 4.
Man, you blew your load super early.
I was excited. I was so excited to play in the game, and Henley was like, "Yeah, Byron, you can totally just go roll on the Night City thing, and it will be legit for the character creation thing we're doing."
I never said that.
And unfortunately, I was not capturing the conversation we had at the time, but that's totally what happened. All right.
Okay. All right. But yeah, no. That'll be if nothing is gonna go up next week, I will be doing like a primer and like a world exciting thing. So everyone's sort of welcome to hang out over there, even if we don't actually play a game, because I'd love to be able to just sit down and talk about Cyberpunk with everyone.
Oh, for sure.
And that'll be something that'll be really cool to get.
Well, I feel like
just
Well, I feel
Cyberpunk
like
is so dense.
I feel like having Arthur. I know Arthur's a real veteran of this particular setting and style of campaign, the Cyberpunk campaigns. And
Yeah,
I've played a few Shadowrun games, and that is basically my experience in Cyberpunk.
So my game is gonna be very different from that. Like, I treat combat as like a last resort in my campaigns, and I'd be hoping that everyone does as well. But because combat takes a very long time to actually do, and in my eyes, I prefer doing things like world building and stuff like that, and
Sure.
having characters talk to each other and shit. But you know what? We'll see how it goes.
Based off of my perception of the system, like I've looked over the books, I've glanced at it. The reason why it takes so long is because, much like fighting people in real life, there's a very real chance you're gonna get fucking killed, or have your hand shot off, or be knocked unconscious by getting hit by a bullet. Like, things that actually happen in real life happen in this game, as opposed to like D&D, where it's like, I've been hit by 13 arrows, I am still at 100% combative capability until I hit 0.
Hey, you don't know
I'm
me.
waiting for the day when someone tries to start a fight in a bar and gets fucking knocked the fuck out just in one punch. Just be like, yeah, I'll take you, bro. And then the NPC just fucking like karate kicks him in the throat or something, and he goes down like a sack of shit. I'm waiting for that to happen. That's gonna be the best. I'm gonna love that. It's gonna be so good. Because that happens in Cyberpunk. Kick in the neck. Alright, so I guess I'll go next since I'm already talking. Hi everyone, my name's Dave. I'll be playing PP. He is an Aarakocra Parrot Macaw. He is a swashbuckler, and his current role is to take over Dredgewater the best way he can by aligning himself with the downtrodden within the town and take the castle away from, the snake people as the floods come in.
Yeah, for
That's
a little bit of
my plan.
background, the castle high atop the cliff overlooking the bay is currently being held by a clan of Yonti, just known as snake people essentially in this world. Last session, Pee-Pee was going about town essentially trying to rally up the rest of the anthropomorphic tribes of creatures that live in this ramshackle coastal community. To some success. He did lose his crown and the title of King Pee-Pee the Magnificent the 17th. But
It's actually more like the 28th, I think, by the end.
We actually did get up to 28.
okay.
Did we?
It was something like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And last but not least, certainly you guys know him. He's a veteran of the community in the stream. Is Windaber, aka Brian. You want to talk a little bit about yourself and the character you'll be playing tonight, and what he hopes to accomplish.
I'm Brian. I am a person in Byron's stream, and I am
Yes, son.
playing Sid Cedrix, who is a kobold geomancer, a kobold druid, sorry, who, for lack of a better term, likes sex.
I'm playing Kobold
Oh, that's
Druid.
what that was?
It's not that he even I don't think he even actually likes sex. I just think that he is a depraved, what's the word? Like, adrenaline junkie. Like, he just looks for the most horrible situations to fling himself into.
That describes it.
He's a little shit stain of a person. He's slippery and sticky at the same time.
Don't forget Stinky.
Probably smells pretty bad.
Well, no, I mean, you had that toxic gas last time.
Dwarven flatulence.
Yep.
My God.
Yeah.
Outplayed
If
Byron
anybody
last
missed,
cured my
anybody
STDs.
missed it, he got off a lot of rat guys, and then he farted in their face, and he caught like 10 billion STDs, and he just cleared them all by snapping
Yeah,
his
just
fingers.
boom. Cure disease or lesser restoration. Done.
Yeah. Man, you can't have any repercussions if you have cure restoration like that.
I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense. He's a horrible fucking cum rag of a character that would need the first thing.
Comrag is
The first thing he would ever do is be like, I need to get rid of these horrible pustules all over my body. What spell can I learn to help that? Boom, gone.
yeah.
All right, guys.
I
So
feel like it's
I think at the very end of last session, you guys had just killed the lieutenant.
Yeah, he was in his vinegar strokes, and we gave him a different type of vinegar stroke.
Yeah, I think you just killed him, and you ended up leaving the hold of the ship, where the rat on kobold gangbang was happening. It is approaching. I say it's approaching late afternoon, early evening. The sun is setting over the black and bitter sea to the north, and I think that there's definitely a strong and acrid wind blowing in from the sea to the north. Unusual this time of year and this time of day.
Pungent.
And you see several of the more nautical of the inhabitants of the city looking out across the bay and across the sea to the north and having quiet conversations themselves as the sun sets in the west and a dull red glow suffuses the horizon.
Oh, and just a reminder, party is semi-split up at the moment because it's...
Oh yeah, you're trying to get your
Yeah, Riyard is trying to focus on the amber orb that he got from the Feywild to see if he can't get a connection to the Fey deities. But since Jason's not here, I'm also going to be taking over the role of dog bait, so I'll be able to go in both parties.
Oh yeah.
Praise Paylor.
Oh hey,
Paylor.
Dogbait. Welcome back.
Yeah,
You're
wow.
talkative
Holy
today.
shit, Dogbait.
I've been doing well. I praise Paylor a lot lately.
Yeah. That's good.
When
So-
he's hurt.
Now, Byron, you're gonna have to remind me because it has been a week and I have literally been around the globe since then.
Mhm.
How many people do we have left to convince before we can do our final assault?
You have already spoken with everybody in the town that you believe would be even remotely friendly or even opportunistic that would be willing to help you.
Okay.
You've spoken to Arakokra, you've
Yeah,
spoken
I
with...
believe at the.
Go ahead.
I think at the end of last session, we did mention that we didn't go to the brothel and recruit from there.
No, you did not go there yet. You were heading that direction.
Right.
You were trying to convince
Right.
them that
Yes.
you needed women for
Wenches.
some reason. Wenches, right, even better.
They're very important if you want to take the castle.
Yeah, the other thing I was thinking about was like farmers and logsmen or wooders.
Temper
or
logs,
whatever.
man. They're called lumberjacks.
Yeah,
I like Logman better.
Logmen.
Logmen.
No, it wasn't logmen, it was logsmen. Like a coxman.
like more than one log.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. See, we don't want
Like-
the log men, we want the logs men because they can handle twice as many trees.
Through that, they can handle so much wood.
GM wants us to be over already.
Are you serious? I have an entire, I got a 12 or a blue moon, dude. Good. I'm good for the rest of the night. Alright, so yeah, as I mentioned, you guys are leaving the dock, which is controlled by the Rat Clan, and heading back into the tiered buildings of Dredgewater. And you notice, even through a cursory examination of the people around you, you notice that they are moving with more purpose, as if even though supposedly you are some of the only people in town who know of the coming cataclysm, almost on an instinctive level, there's a sense of danger and tension throughout the town.
Because rats have, well, I guess animals have like a sixth sense sort of thing.
Exactly,
right? So-
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I guess I'm gonna be making my way back up to the castle then, and see if we can. I don't know, maybe try and red wedding these guys a little bit. You know?
God.
I was thinking about it.
We're gonna red wedding these guys. Oh.
Yeah, you know, put them in a room and then just sort of
I'm still not over this,
Set up
Henley.
an
I'm
ambush.
still not over the red wedding. I read the books, but watching it on actual Game of Thrones was just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that. I mean, that's my intention, right? Because these guys are a lot stronger than the subjugated races.
Yeah, have
the reason
PP
these
make
guys are
me
on top.
a history check.
Yeah. Okay.
He knows a lot, that PP. He's a 28th of his line. Remember
Exactly.
that.
They only lived for fucking 15 years.
All right. Well, here we go.
A lot of history passed down.
Perfect.
They spend their
Hey.
first 5 years learning.
All right. So that's 6. That's not very good.
Okay, so with your 6, you don't know the exact demographics of Dredgewater. You've only been living here for probably a few years at this point. You know the
Well, yeah, that's like half my life, though.
You know the Aarakocra in this region are particularly sparse. Basically, it's only the people who are traveling with you on the vessel you are sailing on here now. So the Aarakocra are by far the least represented races here. The Boarmen and the Wolfmen probably second most. Minotaurs after that. And by far the most numerous are the Rat Clan, the Snake Clan, and the Lizard Clan.
And the snake and the lizard are all up in the town, or the castle, and we've
Yeah.
managed to get the rat people on our side.
The
but-
snakes, the lizard people were the ones who sent you down
Yeah.
in the first place and let you in on what was going on. They're probably
Yeah, yeah.
the second most numerous, most populous of all the people here. The snakes, by far, they are native to this particular area. You know, there's still some that live out in the swamps surrounding Dredgewater.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna see if I can set up a feast or something.
Okay, so you're gonna go back up to the castle and set up a feast. Is that the plan?
Yeah. I'm gonna also, like, before I go up there, I'm also gonna go around to all the people that I already talked to and give them a D-Day, essentially.
You already did last session. You basically told them like you need to be here by this time. But that's
but
not
this
taking
is
into
also-
account. Yeah, it's not taking into account the actual Red Wedding plan.
Yeah. So that's the idea here. But,
So I'm
yeah.
looking through Dogbait's spells, and he misspelled spare the dying as spar the dying.
I just see him like mounting him, just punching him in the goddamn mouth over and over again, like ground and pounding him.
Live!
Father dying.
Yeah, gotta fight the dying.
Fight you again.
Oh, Jason, I miss you.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, do you guys agree with that? Is that a good finale? You think? You want to like try and Red Wedding and take over this castle?
I believe Paylor likes to eat.
Wait, no.
Well-
Paylor has some fucking followers up in the castle right now. He's got the one devotee.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That one chick.
The one snake woman. The one Yanti.
Yanti. So yeah, I guess I'll go. I mean, I'm gonna go to the. We'll go back to Brian the Minotaur. We called him Brian. Byron the Minotaur. Sorry, not Brian.
Okay, so you go back to the Minotaur warehouse.
Yeah, and I just inform him that the plan is.
I never used this last time, apparently. Oops.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
My
Oops.
bad.
Oops. Hello, thief. Artwork. How you doing?
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna inform him about the plan for a celebration in honor of our new alliance, and that you know, the plan is to ambush everyone, lock them inside, poison their drinks. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go.
Alright, so as you make your way back in, you see a couple of the Minotaurs like mopping up your blood that's still on the ground in the warehouse. And the leader, I forgot what we called the leader, but yeah, he was like, "Hey,
Byron.
Bryant?
His name is Byron. No, Byron.
Byron?
It's you. We named him after you.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect, yeah. Hey, I didn't expect you back so soon. What's going on, PP?" He's wearing the fucking crown that he took from you, jauntily on, basically like hanging off of one of his horns.
As far as I'm concerned, I lost it in a fair bit, so I'm not too pissy about it. But I'm just like, all right, so we have a plan.
Oh, it's better than the plan you had against
Yeah.
that troll in there.
As far as I'm concerned, I almost killed it. So I'm also a tiny little parrot, you know.
But you're so fast, PP. PP gets in and out, in and out, in and out.
Dick joke. Appropriate. So I like lean in and I'm just like, are you ready to take the castle?
Where we're taking the castle to, PP, it's pretty big. Even people as strong as us have a hard time moving that.
Well, I just mean taking it from the people that are inside.
The young,
Paylor's lights could lift it onto yonder.
what, the snake people? There's too many of them. There's gotta be at least 100 of them up in that castle and in the caverns underneath. Not to mention the clans who live around Dredgewater. Are you crazy, PP?
We have the rats on our side.
Oh, you got a couple of rats? What do you think is gonna happen as soon as the blood is shed? They're gonna turn tail and run, like they always do. PP, use your brain!
Where are they gonna run? Hmm?
Back to their ships!
This world is...
Back to the little dark corners of the world where they came from.
The
No.
only place will be that castle. There is no place to run.
Exactly.
And you're saying that you... okay, so we have some rats. Even if they fight, PP, there's only 7 of us in this whole town. 7 of us bull men. And granted, we count for probably about 20 of them damn rat clan. But still.
There's also that big guy over there. As he points to the troll thing.
No, we
The
can't...
reason I didn't kill him.
We can't haul him all the way up there. I mean, we could, I suppose, but...
If a storm's coming and water falls from the heavens,
It's called rain, dumbass. It's called rain.
it is a gift of Palor, blessed be he.
We also have my kindred in there too.
Oh, how many? There's what, 3, 4 of you left in this town, PP?
There's like 10 of us. But as you said, we're very fast.
Alright, so we got 7 bullmen. We have at best 10 parrot people. And then we got how many of the rat?
40% of the population of Dredgewater.
How many of them are actually going to show up and fight when the fighting gets thick? That's the question
I don't
you
know
need to
if you've
answer.
never seen a rat fall into the water before. But I have. They don't like it that much. They're gonna stick to the high ground. It's their instinct.
I don't know, PP. I don't know. I mean, didn't you say we were all just going to go up there and live in that castle in the first place? Why do we have to fight people now?
Do you know how many people are gonna fit in there?
Well, us, the bullmen, there's only 7 of us. We don't take up that much room. And you, I would imagine the rest of the parrot folk. So that's what, 20 people?
Yeah, what do you think the subjugated races are gonna be put to task doing up there in the castle?
I have never shied away from a day of hard labor, PP.
Oh, it's not hard labor that they want to be doing.
Tell me more.
Listen, this is a good plan.
There's no plan at all. You say we should just go up there and massacre the snake people when they outnumber us 3 to 1.
I think he said a feast.
Yes, we're not gonna be stupid about it. We're gonna take them by surprise, poison them, lock them in a room, burn them to death. You know, that sort of thing.
I don't know, PP. We have a certain code of honor. It's one thing to fight somebody face to face, horn to horn.
Alright, I'm gonna do a persuasion check, but I'm also going to, if you allow me, I will do it depending on how the result comes out. Is that alright, or do you want me to do it before?
Explain what you're trying to do first, and then
I would like to like persuade him that the idea behind rebelling against the people up top, i.e., the less subjugated races of this town, is a good idea. And by doing that, he can have the freedom he's never had before.
Okay. I mean, that's just a straight persuasion check.
Can I assist him by casting light, like on my hand, and hold it up behind his head so it looks like he's glowing when
A
he's
nice little breeze behind me, so it ruffles my feathers in an amazing way.
It's gonna be Palor's light guiding you.
So, I don't know.
So
I
he's
don't
gonna
think I need.
he's gonna cast light on his gauntlet, and he's gonna just hold it up behind his head when he starts talking. And I hope that helps.
Alright, I'm also going to use an inspiration for this, Byron.
Okay.
So that's all my inspiration, so here we go.
Hey! So you see his head start to nod. He's like, well, I've never liked the ties they've placed upon our imports down here. I figured 40%'s a little bit steep. Maybe we can get some of that back.
You'll get all of it back.
Now tell me, PP, sit down. He motions to one of the crates next to him and pats it. Sits down. He's like, now, in this
I
world.
sit down. I'm like a quarter of the size.
Oh
I was
yeah,
before
just
we
being
got to-
dwarfed. It's like, now, in this world, after we've killed these snake men, whatever way we have to, what's it gonna look like, PP? Who's gonna be in charge? Who's gonna be running this place when they're gone?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be run by a committee. We'll have a leader from each of the races, and each of their concerns will be brought to light.
So you're talking about a council here. You're talking about us ruling together. Representatives of each of the races.
Correct.
Don't worry. Palor's lights will guide this union.
Don't marry us, please.
Well, goddamn it, Pee-Pee, that sounds good to me.
Yes, well, there's a reason the rats are coming. They have the boats, and we can go as far as trade needs. The Aarakocra are fantastic scouts. We can find whatever's left in this civilization after the Great Wettening. And,
Is that what you call
we need
the
capable
rat thing?
hands. I'm sorry, what was that?
Is that what you call the rat boat? The Great Wettening?
I was talking about the water, but... you know... How else would you describe lots of water showing up in a place?
Generally, we call that rain, Pee-Pee. We call it rain. I don't know why you all having such a hard time with this concept.
Palor. So this will be the great blessing.
As far as I'm
Great
concerned,
blessing.
it's wettening.
Oh,
Because everything
Great
from head to toe will
blessing.
get wet.
oh my god. Alright, I'm good.
Okay. Alright, so then I guess, you know, I will go inform the Rat King, or the Rat Captain. I forget his name now. I called him
Captain
something
Rogers.
silly. Yes. I'll go back to him and let him know that our plan is to sort of sneakily take these guys out. And if he has any idea on how to do that, I'm up to suggestions. My plan was to, you know, get him into a party because they like parties up there. Lock him into a room and maybe, I don't know, use some dwarven gas to poison him or something.
Don't forget about the light of Buscemi.
The rat folk leader was not named Crush. His name was Rogers. Captain Rogers.
Captain Rogers, yeah.
In my notes, it says Crush.
I'm sure it does.
Maybe. Yeah,
Maybe that's your crush? Yeah.
Maybe he's your main.
Yo,
squeeze,
Sniper Goat,
yeah.
Chip is actually parodying Jason right now when he's doing Palor. Light of Palor blesses us and makes our enemies hit us a little bit less.
I take the hits, so he doesn't have to.
And then I take another hit because I want to.
Yep.
Palor be praised.
Night Dots, good to see you, man.
So, yeah, I mean, I think we have a plan, Byron.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, what does everyone think about? Like, what do you guys want to do in this plan? Like, let's just talk out our character real quick. Where do you guys want to fit in with your characters?
I'm pretty sure my guys would be a real good grease man.
Oh my god, please. I can't even. Brian, please stop. Please have mercy.
Paylor 420, yeah. What about you, Chip? Where do you think Riyadh fits in all this?
Riyadh doesn't have any idea what's going on at the moment.
I mean, you would have been told eventually. I mean, we wouldn't start it without you, but... I mean, what is your character actually attempting to do right now?
He's trying to do some magical, mystical bullshit.
Oh, to stop the rain?
Either that or see if he can't get us back into the Fae.
Okay. Well, maybe we should just sit in that for a while.
I mean, it's basically what we figured out is that I've been able to focus on this orb with the help of that one human wizard who's on that boat. So basically, last two wizards that we really know of, at least that are humanoid, other than being anthropomorphized.
I honestly think that they would not be friends if they were the last two wizards on the Earth. I imagine a scenario where there's two wizards and they're both in two identical towers just looking at each other and they just like throw lightning bolts at each other all day, you know?
Byron?
I just sent you a message, Chip. So.
I know.
Yep.
I just remember that His Holiness did grace us by making me extremely high once. So I think Riyard is going to have to do it.
Yeah. All right. So, did you
And
tell
it
them
may
what? Did you
cause
tell
to
them where
ruin
you were
everything.
going?
Nope.
Perfect.
YOLO. I'm dead, guys.
Yeah.
It was
yeah,
been a good
gets
run.
back. We're like
It was a
about
good
to
run.
stab everything, and like we're in the middle of killing everything. Riyadh kicks down the door and goes, "Guys, I stopped it. There's no water." And then we're just. yeah. Good job. All right, Riyadh, take it away, brah.
Well, we've been just kind of been doing this in hushed whispers as you guys do stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's
Oh,
not with
really?
you guys. You are like on the fucking other side of the docks. If you are at the Wizard's.
I
Boat.
know. Okay. All right. Well, I guess guys, we're gonna go and kill everyone now.
All right.
All right.
Oh, jeez, Louise. That's scary, Byron.
Right.
That's really scary. I kind of really want to lie and say that I took like lightning bolt or firebolt now.
Even better. Like, why not?
But I do know what I want to do is I want to. No, I'll just send it to you.
All right. So, I guess the party will head back to the rat, not the rat, the lizard priest, the one that gave us this holy quest.
So you're going back up to the castle?
Yeah. And we'll inform him of our success and that each of the leaders of their respective clans wishes to have a feast before the Great Wettening.
Alright, so the lizard
I'm
folk.
sticking to it.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to it, man.
I see, yes. We could arrange a masquerade ball. Yes, for the last day on this world as we know it. Yes, this sounds excellent. Now tell me, PP,
Oh,
were you... No. Were you able to secure the provisions that we required, as well as the labor for the time after?
Yes.
The whole reason you guys went down there.
I do remember saying last session that it's something I should do, but I don't think we did it yet. So. Yeah. That is something that is still coming. For the time being, we have arranged that every one of the smaller races has come over with the intention of helping. We have boats, we have sailors, we have the strongest of the subjugated. Everything is going to go well. In terms of provisions, well, how much space do we have?
Well, considering who we already have inside the castle, I can imagine room for maybe 10, 15 of the most loyal and trustworthy. That is, of course, assuming no one were to go missing before. No one were to, unfortunately, be locked outside of the castle when the apocalypse arrives.
What are you implying?
Implying, PP, nothing. I'm simply... Unfortunate events happen all the time in this world, PP. Things which no one could have planned or foreseen. Great tragedies, but those of us who survive, those of us who choose the right side, well, we will have to bear the burden of that guilt into the future as we live. And remember those who fell and died.
You speak in wizard words sometimes, you know that, right?
I don't understand what that means, PP. Wizard words?
Well, I don't understand what you're saying.
Of course you... Just bring those who are suitable candidates for the world after, PP. I will arrange for this masquerade ball.
Very well. Alright, do we have a date?
No, he just says he's going to arrange for a masquerade. You could ask him when he's planning on holding this.
Yeah. Just curious, when do you plan on holding this?
All the portents and omens say that the drenching will be in no less than 3 days. Perhaps.
Is the drenching the same as the Great Wettening?
No, the Great Wettening is something that you have made up, Pee-Pee. The drenching is what the gods have handed down to us. It's the holy foresight, the vision which has been granted to me.
Oh, okay, alright. So, when is the masquerade party then?
The day after tomorrow. 2 days from now, Pee-Pee. In the evening.
Okay, so I guess we party while the world dies?
Precisely. If these plans do not go off as we expect them to, Pee-Pee, at least we will die with full stomachs.
You know you can't swim if you've just eaten, right?
Can birds even swim, Pee-Pee? What do you know about the water?
I think there's some birds that dive.
Those are just crazy loons.
My Paler's Lloyd, I believe he can fly. Wait, swim.
I'm not much of a swimmer, but I am a sailor, so... You know, I've been around the water.
Let's see. Just find the provisions, bring them to the castle, and ensure the labor force arrives before the eve of the 3rd day, Pee-Pee.
Okay. I'm gonna go find me some logsmen.
Logsmith and the Great Wettening.
Yep.
I mean, okay, so make another history check.
Okay. I feel like someone else should make some rolls too, but
I mean, you're the only one who really... This is your inspiration, you know? Like, you're looking for fucking lumberjacks. How the fuck would they know if they were lumberjacks? I mean, Sid might, but... Yeah, with a 12, you know, there's not a very thriving industry of logging in the area. Most of the ships that are built are basically they're built somewhere else and sailed here, or they salvage pieces of old ships and refit them when needed.
Okay. What about, like, agriculture in this area? What are we looking at?
Say again?
What about agriculture?
Most of these creatures are carnivorous, so they eat...
So, fish?
Basically, yeah. It's almost a 100% seafood diet.
The seafood, they eat it?
Exactly.
Alright. Good to know. I'm sorry I made that joke. Okay. Well, where would I know that they would have a large store of provisions? I guess the rats would have their own stuff, right? So...
They might.
I mean, they're the largest populace, so... And plus, I did tell them to, like, try and, like, store their boats and stuff last session. But there's that.
Yes, store your boats!
So, as far as I'm concerned, we've already dealt with the provisions then, because we don't want them to get the provisions if we lose, right? So...
I mean, if the Great Wettening is going to happen on the 3rd day, then if they're down by the docks or somewhere else, then it is very likely they're just going to be swept away. We're talking about, like, biblical flood.
Yeah, I know. There's no real place to put boats, though, right? So we're gonna have to move them up there somehow.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, if they're good enough sailors, they'll be able to sort of weather the storm, hopefully, and not get dashed to pieces on the side of the cliff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see about moving what provisions, like if they have any like boats that aren't finished or something like that. I guess we'll move them up to the castle, maybe. I don't know. This sort of thing is like highly spectacle and as spectacle.
Speculative.
Yeah, speculative, and like it's hard for me to like pin down what we actually should do because PP would know a lot better than I would, and
I mean, this is where it comes into like you have to extend yourself into that character, like as best you can. PP is a sailor. PP knows this area fairly well. You've already made alliances with several of the clans within the city, and you've prepared at least the Minotaurs for a fight with the Yuan-Ti if it comes to that.
Okay. Well, maybe I should go to the rats and see if I can prepare them for a fight too.
And it is the unfortunate truth. I mean, people say it all the time. Muhammad Ali said it. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, or strategy only survives until first contact with the enemy. Essentially, like you can plan
as long as The idea is, I mean, as long as they agree that this is the way to go forward, we can sort of wing it as we get closer.
Yeah, there's no plan that will give you 100% chance of success.
Yeah. Well, we have a party. We have a means to get them lubricated. Now we just need to apply the right amount of pressure, I guess, and see what happens. So yeah, I'll tell the Rat King about the plans to attack on the day, and if we could work together, that'd be awesome. If not, then the plan will fail because there's only so many of us. I mean, can someone else do something, please? I feel like I'm stealing this whole show. Like, I swear to God.
Actually, I feel like Dogbait might be feeling that this is a little bit of a dire situation, and he might actually try to... I don't know if there's actually a way for him to really connect with Paylor.
I have mentioned to him before that he has tried to make several entreaties to Paylor, and he feels that his blessings, the miracles he performs as magic, are still as potent as they were in the old world, but he does not feel the direct presence of Paylor the way he feels, as if there is something which is clouding or obstructing his connection to him.
Like some sort of magic.
Could be magic, could be something else, it could just be a bad connection.
Just need a signal boost, you need to just get higher or something.
Yep.
You actually might do that. Like, is there any, like, towers or whatnot in the,
Yeah, there's some ruined towers in the castle. You can probably get about 60 feet above the cliff face itself.
Yeah, he'd
Plus
probably
there's
do
the
that.
Aarakocra tower as well.
Yeah, he'd probably try to get up as high as he can. You know, because that's the way of Paylor, getting real high. And,
Praise the sun.
And he is... Yeah, he's just gonna, like, praise the sun type thing. Like, I imagine this stuff would happen, like, overnight, and there might be, like, a sunrise type thing, and just be, like, the few passing gleams of light as, you know, the wind blows through his hair, and, you know, his fat kind of jiggles a little bit, because he's, like, 400 pounds. And then
Would he really walk that many stairs? Let's be real.
That's why it took him all night to get up there.
That's why he's praying at dawn instead of at evening when he started walking.
Yeah. And he's just gonna be up there kind of staring over the sunset. He's just gonna be like, Paylor, guide me.
Alright, well, Dogbait's gonna be up on the tower all night. And what's everybody else doing for the evening?
Shit, man. Like, this is like countdown to D-Day, right? I feel like I should make a plan C. You know what I mean? I feel like that's important. So maybe I'll go to the Aarakocra and and see if they have any other plans if things go wrong. But, you know.
Alright, so you're gonna go basically
Oh.
commune with Eric Okra?
Yeah, just be like, hey, so tell me about, uh, if this coup doesn't work, what's there for us?
Well, I don't know what plans we would have. Now, we can't fly all that far in the rain.
Indeed. It's too heavy. The wetting, that is.
Wedding, is that what you're calling it,
Oh, that's what we've always called it.
Well, I suppose, perhaps, if we could fly to the forest outside of town. There may be some trees tall enough there to weather the storm.
I like it. The plan works very well. In the case of the inevitable, we will head south to the forest and seek refuge.
I see.
Plans.
So you're planning on things going wrong, huh?
Well, plans always never work. But in the event that everything comes together, because, you know, we have to rely on the rats and the minotaurs and the pinks.
I see. Relying upon them, huh?
pinks- Yeah, the pinks have only brought me trouble.
There's good meat on them, isn't there?
Oh, I mean, I've only ever eaten nuts before. But, you know, desperate times.
Well, when are we launching this so-called attack upon the castle?
There'll be a party in 2.5 days. I think that's what the GM told me.
What's the plan
When-
for the
when
actual
I'm-
attack, PP?
Well, the plan was to put them in a room and ambush them all at once. Use the rats in their many numerous rattingness and slay them or poison them or get them so drunk that we can literally just push them off a cliff. Generally speaking, I like to keep things a little fluid before we moving in. If we make too many plans, then it'll go wrong.
I see. Well, what is our role to play in this plan of yours, PP? What happened to your crown?
It was necessary in terms of engagement in order to get the Minotaurs to join us.
I see.
The Aarakocra, we simply need to do our part within the battle. Now, we do have some of the finest warriors ever made here with us. But don't throw yourselves against the fray too much. There's only a little of us left.
Well, our Coker will be ready, PP. Simply let us know when we need to be there.
Very well. Show up for the masquerade.
Masquerade?
Yes, it is what the scales are calling the party. I'm not sure what it means.
I see. I'm not entirely certain how we are supposed to disguise ourselves. Costume? I'll think of something.
Seems kind of stupid if you ask me. Yes, maybe we can come disguised as a pink.
Nah.
Alright. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to blow up some skeletons. You guys are.
Skeletons. That's exactly what's going to happen. The best.
Yeah.
All right.
The best. What about you, Brian? You haven't been doing much.
You haven't been doing
Yeah.
shit all night.
Sure.
And
I would
fucking
ass-
Chip is being super secretive
I
over
know.
his corner. So it's-
I would assume that Sid would know all of the shadiest people in the city.
yeah, tell us who you want to bring. Like, there's got to be someone here that's like going to be useful. Maybe like poison dealers or butt dealers or something. Like, what are we doing?
Well, I mean, you did say that you wanted to poison them all, so that would be something that Sid may be helpful with knowing where to get.
Please
Um,
go ahead, man. Show us your moves.
I would assume that Sid's dealings would bring him in contact with very shady people.
Oh, the worst kind of people.
Yeah. So he's got to know somebody that has a thing that he can.
I mean, if you guys are looking for things like poisons or drugs or that kind of stuff, you were talking about lacing their wine, essentially.
Yeah.
There is no doubt in my mind Sid would know the people who he get roofies from.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to like be poisonous. They could just be something to put them asleep. I mean, that
Exactly.
seems more like your
Drugs.
wheelhouse there, Brian.
It is right up my wheelhouse.
At your wheelhouse, actually.
The other thing that I think Sid would be trying to get, in addition to that, would be a couple large barrels and a few gallons of oil.
Interesting. All right. I'm game.
I mean, you'd have very little problem acquiring these goods throughout town. And your contact is a mole man, the one who makes the drugs and sells them. He's quite old by the standards of his people, and is basically an outcast, very much like you. It's probably how you guys first met one another, is that you're both essentially socially rejected by anyone of any standing within Dredgewood.
What's his name?
Harvey.
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 Like,
Harvey Wangsmith.
Harvey!
It's his cousin. He's the one who taught him.
Right.
They don't call him Wangsmith for nothing. He can transform it into any Wang you've ever seen, and some you haven't.
Turtle Wang. Get on it.
So, I'm gonna go to Harvey, and I've even changed my plans slightly. Harvey, I need a huge favor.
What do you need?
Can you I need you. You know that stuff that I used last week on that girl that you introduced
Oh,
me
look,
to? And
I told you, that was a one-time deal, Sid. A one-time deal, and I'm not doing it again.
What if I told you that you could have a house if you help me?
See, I burrow in the earth, Sid. I don't need a house.
Well, what if I told you that you could have a house where you could burrow in all the land?
Look, Sid, you've made these grandiose promises before, and it never turns out right. You always say you can deliver, but all you ever do is make promises and spin stories, and it never actually works.
What if I told you you could have sex with a snake person?
Make a persuasion check.
With a +8.
With advantage.
I'm going
All he wants in life is to have sex with a snake person.
Use some inspiration. That
Oh
doesn't
my
matter.
god. You see his beady little eyes like
Snake person, huh? Is it any snake
Yep.
person I want?
Any of the females.
Do you need
There'll
do you
be
need
tons
the
of them.
body afterwards, or can I keep it?
You can keep it.
Alright, you got my interest, Sid. Now tell me about this plan of yours.
Okay. So here's what I need. I need like 8 barrels, 5 of them probably with oil, 3 with wine, and all of those have your special powder in.
You need the powder and the oil. It doesn't work that way. You gotta put it in your
Not
mouth
in the oil,
or
in the wine.
Look, I told you.
In the
If
wine.
no, listen. If the powder touches someplace that's naturally wet on your body, like your eyes and your mouth or your nose, that's how it gets into your body. All right, you can't put it in oil and burn it.
Why can't I?
It doesn't work that way. How many times does it tell you, Sig? Can't just jam
wanna
into
put it in
whatever
the
hole
wine.
you want. It's gotta be wet.
New favorite character.
Can I be the voice of your Cyberpunk 2020
Reason?
character?
Oh no. Okay.
I want to put the powder in the wine and make them drink the wine, not the oil. The oil is for something else.
We've already talked. It's how it works. Put the in. Okay, look. Let's keep our eye on the prize here. Now, can I? You said you offered me 1 snake woman, but I'm thinking maybe 2, maybe 2 snake women, and I can keep both the bodies.
What if I told you 2 snake women and maybe a rat one too?
Have a little bit of class here, Sid. A rat woman, come on. No.
All right.
Yeah. Rats don't
I
even
was
have
trying to
tails,
throw in an
bro.
extra.
Now, all right. So you're saying here's that I got some powder, and we're gonna put it in the wine. But you need 3 barrels of wine? That's too much wine. I mean, it's gonna kill any normal-sized person.
Well, there's going to be a whole party, so I need enough wine to have everyone drink it.
Oh, we're gonna throw a party?
Yeah.
I haven't been to a
wanna
party.
come?
I haven't been to a party in forever, Sid. Yeah, of course I want to come.
I can totally get you.
Yeah!
Alright.
Yeah!
He just like shuffles away from you, waddles away, his little mole ass shaking, rubbing his hands together.
Just remember, it's a gift from us, so that way we can get into the party.
Oh, you'll be a gift,
All the
alright.
wine!
Yeah, I'll bring it myself.
All right, we'll see you there. Perfect.
Nice.
Ugh. Hi guys.
Byron has it. You got a new character.
I got the new favorite NPC voice. I'll be right back, guys. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back for possibly the conclusion of the Crimson Chain season. Which I would never have guessed this is where we'd be at the start of this goddamn campaign. I thought it was gonna be some serious, like, dealing with the issue of slavery and earning your freedom.
Hey man,
No.
you know what happened? I rolled 100 on a 1d100 and then I rolled a 20. That's what happened to that campaign. That's what happened to that.
It was
campaign.
Wooly's knob. Wooly's knob was the turning point.
It was. It really was.
Alright guys, we'll be right back
Goddamn,
for
I wish it
the
was
conclusion
right.
of this ridiculous game.
I'm scared to find out what you're doing, Chip.
Byron, are you still here?
He went AFK. It's just you and me.
In general, I have a friend from a little while ago. He's now helping me, increasing my power. And I'm tripping balls, which is increasing my power, but randomly. I have limited access to spells, and I have to figure out how to use these to best do what we need to do. And I have an idea, and it's gonna be stupid.
I hope you have temporary use of a fire spell.
Well, no, he still has the Buscemi gem, so he gets to keep the fireball.
Oh, who is that? Henley?
Yeah, he has the the fire gem that's activated by saying Buscemi.
Well, that's what I was kind of hoping the 5 barrels of oil was going to do. We don't like anybody that's there. We just burn the room. Get the hell out. It's our castle. After it's done burning.
Hmm. Hey, Jason might join us.
Oh, yeah? Why the hell not?
Mm-hmm. Swick. Byron, you there? So we should be good to play next week?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, we should be.
Yeah, no, Arthur and Virgil are going to be okay to play next week. Oh, is Jason here now?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I had to pick up my roommate, and then
No, it's
they
fine.
went.
So,
She said she needs to pay a bill, and then we just. I don't know what the hell happened. She just decided to stay in there for a freaking hour.
so to wrap things up, you've been trying to connect to your deity on like the top of a tower, but you are just so far disconnected from him that you just there's something that's like blocking you from being able to access Paylor, and that's what I've done so far. But like you spent like a night like praying towards the sun, you know, trying to get Paylor to answer you, but you just feel like something is blocking you from being able to connect to him.
Okay. Should be able to handle that.
Oh, my mic is muted.
Sorry.
Perfect.
Hey, Byron.
Oh,
Next week is fine to start episode 0 on, by the way.
perfect.
Just need to get Gamer Siren ready.
Game Genie Jr.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jason, camera, do it. Do it now.
What the heck? It should be working.
Not working.
That's awesome. There we go.
There we go.
He spent a night praying to the sun.
Yay!
All right.
Hey, we can make our own island. I like it.
Those are my ideas. And you guys can kind of see some of my thought process, but not the more funny one. But that's what I have access to, is literally just that one spell at the moment, Byron.
Perfect.
The game next week will be 5 p.m. PST. For real. It'll be character creation and world building. Character creation takes a lot longer in Cyberpunk than most games.
It's awful and cool. Especially
Not
when,
awful.
especially
Very
when your
good,
dick DM will let you use the rolls you completely legitimately rolled that one time, and everybody can see them in the chat log.
Haters gonna hate, man.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not pointing anybody out here. I'm not singling anybody out. It could be anyone I'm talking
Hey man,
about.
you like prematurely rolled.
I
when I'm gonna
prematurely
be
blew.
excited to
I
be on the
prematurely
show.
blew my awesome fucking rolls. I know this. All right. I'm just gonna passive aggressively take it down you the rest of the campaign.
Mm-hmm. You'd be like, if I had a 10 in this slot, it would have been
Man,
amazing.
it would
And I'm
yeah,
like,
it would have been really well set right now if I had.
Would
a
you get
10.
like 4 10s?
Oof.
You got like 3 10s, and the rest of them were pretty high.
Yeah, I had like
Legit.
3 10s, like 2 9s, an 8, a 7, and a 4. Or something.
You had a 2, but you also re-rolled that.
Yeah, so I'm saying you told us to reroll it.
Okay.
I'm talking about my final statistics.
His final form.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. The cameras are fixed.
Yeah, I
Nice.
wrecked them.
Hey, what's up, Black Sphinx? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, wrecked them.
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
Yeah.
Barely
Sorry
met
about
him.
Alright, so welcome back, guys, to the season finale of Crimson Chains. The party has just, well, the party. Brian's character's just made a deal with his shady drug dealer. The shady mole drug dealer, who's going to help him drug some wine in exchange for two snake women who may or may not be alive when he's done with them. So,
2 snakes, booty girl.
I mean, my character doesn't really care. Even if you gave them back to me when they were dead, I probably still wouldn't care.
That'd be dripping. You don't want that.
Eh.
It'd be moist. No one wants a moist snake.
moist. Alright, so what is everybody else doing?
PP just chilling, I guess. I mean, like maybe he's like, I don't know, trying to get as much nuts as he can before all this shit goes down.
For the winter.
He's got to get as many nuts as he can over the next couple days.
Yeah. Fucking fair.
Alright. So as previously mentioned, the town appears to be extremely on edge over the 2 days between the time when you put your plans into motion and the masquerade ball.
Okay.
But as the day arrives, you see the Minotaurs boarding up their warehouse, and with heavily laden hand carts, they begin the journey across the the boardwalks and up towards Corpsemont Castle, high on the cliff overlooking the bay. And you see the rat folk swarming over their ships as they make them ready for to set sail, and you see a crowd of onlookers gathering at the docks as they observe the rat folk in this flurry of motion. Very out of character for them. Usually they're fairly lackadaisical about when they shove off and when they put in the port, but you see them all working as if their lives depended upon it. And as the sun rises, you see the Aarakocra beginning to get up, stretch, and they begin to circle the tower in the center of town where they have set up their...
Alright. I guess we just wait for the. Is it what does the weather look like?
Just dark. It's overcast, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's not like there are these huge wall clouds and water spouts and tornadoes approaching from the north. It appears to be a regular overcast day.
Does it look like how you sort of go into like in the distance you can see like a lot of rainfall or something like that?
Have you ever been around? Have you ever been in tornado country, Henley?
Well, I mean, I don't know what tornado country is like.
I live in the area of the U.S. called Tornado Alley. And there's a very
Okay.
specific coloration of the clouds when tornadoes and bad weather are approaching. It looks kind of like a bruise. It's this dark purplish gray color, but there's a tinge of green in the distance. And you can actually see like the wall clouds, the thick, heavy clouds approaching as, you know, the front that's pushing the cold air or the warm air, whichever one it is moving in. But it doesn't look like that. It just looks like kind of a light gray, like overcast day, a little bit of drizzling rain, not much. Yeah, my dad actually also lives where I live, and he just said the same thing in chat. It's a greenish color. Like it looks like an old bruise, basically.
Right. Okay. All right. I mean, like, is there any reason to believe that it would happen or not happen? Does that make any sense? You know?
All you have to go off of is the word of this lizard man priest, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do it anyway. I mean, everyone's already in position. So let's get this party started. Woo!
Rat Pack Rebel, hold on, time out. With the $25 holla. Whose house? Fidge's house. Whose house? Fidge's house. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream, brother. Looking forward to seeing you back during next season. Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
So,
Uh-oh, there's something I don't understand.
Rat Pack Rebel is a frequent player and guest in my Tuesday night campaign, and he'll be back for the entire month of April. In my Tuesday night game.
How's that going, by the way?
It's awesome, dude.
A lot of fun.
Ton of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, Tuesday night and Wednesday night have both really taken off, and it's been a lot of fun producing and being a part of it.
Excellent. By the way, good choice in music for this. Yes. Very atmospheric.
I like it. But yeah, as I mentioned, so it's drizzling rain outside. You can feel a cold wind blowing in from the north, carrying the scent, the salty scent of decay and the ocean from the bitter sea to the north. And aside from, you know, just overcast skies, a little bit of drizzling rain, nothing that would herald the approach of the end of the world, as has been prophesied by this lizard man shaman.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm still gonna go ahead and do it, because...
Because why not? I mean, all this planning has already been put into place.
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect a D&D player to go back on his word because the weather just changes slightly. And like, come on, man.
All right, so as you come out of your room, your sleeping quarters in the castle, you see several of the Kuotoa and the more subservient races scurrying around, setting up for the masquerade ball. Great spits of meat have been roasted, baskets and bales of food. Many nuts of different varieties have been heaped in these large, like engraved bronze bowls. And you see several of the higher-ranking members of the Snake Clan donning elaborate robes and jewelry with spiked and feathered headdresses in many cases. Some of them wearing the masks of birds, others wearing the masks of the ancient humanoid races, and some wearing masks that bear no resemblance to anything that you have experienced yourself.
See. Okay. I didn't prepare a mask. Oh well, fuck it.
I mean, there would be basically like a large like wicker basket full of masks for people who did not prepare a costume of their own.
Sick. All right. Well, I will pick the one that looks most like Shaquille O'Neal, and we'll go with that.
You see that the Minotaurs have arrived at the top with their heavy hand carts full of goods, and they're allowed through the gates as they said that they are bringing provisions for the party. using your name to make their way through the checkpoints. There are no rat folk that have arrived. They all appear to be on their ships and preparing them for a voyage of some kind.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Is the party today, or is it still another day away?
It's today. It's later on in the afternoon. Today.
Okay. Well, yeah, so I guess the idea, I mean, we know about your poison barrels, right?
No.
You didn't tell anyone?
No.
Okay. Alright then.
Yeah, speaking of which, you see like the hunched and shambling form. Did we even name this guy? Have we given him a name yet?
Harvey.
Harvey, yeah, okay. You see Harvey like...
Harvey Dicksmith. Yeah.
Harvey Dixman? No, just Dixman. Like Logsman.
I thought it was Wangsmith.
Wangsmith? I like Dixman better.
Wangsmith.
Dicksmith does sound better.
Harvey Glasscock.
Even better. Harvey Glasscock. I like it. We'll go with Harvey Glasscock. So you see Harvey Glasscock shambling up to the gates. He's like,
Oh, excuse me, I was told to arrive with libations for the party.
Yeah.
Hello?
Over here,
Is
Harvey.
anyone going to let me in this
Over here.
goddamn gate? I've got drinks for everybody.
Over here, Harvey. Over here.
Yeah,
It's over here. Over here.
and you see the
I should've
snake men
meant the
guards
side
like looking at each other like,
Can't allow you to enter, filthy mongrel.
It's okay, guys. Granju told me to bring him in here. He's bringing tons of wine for tonight.
Well, perhaps we can sample the way worthy of the table of grunge.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Yeah, sample them. No one cares.
That's good. I see it's such a good idea. I think that Grant would be very unhappy if you were to drink his wine.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, if Granju found out that you drank his wine before he did, he got the first taste, he probably wouldn't be very happy with you. This was brought in special from out of town.
make a persuade or deception check.
Ooh.
Maybe. Oh my god.
Always had it.
Never didn't have it. Oh my god. You see the snake man looking like,
Reese man.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Let this filthy little piece of nothing.
Hey, what's up, Jan?
He's like, see, I told you.
He just pushes the cart through the gates. Like,
I can't believe you almost left me out there. Could you imagine what would have happened if they drank the wine?
It would have had two stinks for later.
Yeah, but they've got the wrong holes.
I mean, beggars can't be choosers.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean, Sid? Look, I've always known you had a chip on your shoulder. Just because I get your cast off doesn't mean you're better than me. I could go out and I could drug anybody just as good as you could.
I know. Hey, did you keep a little bit on the side for us to drink while everybody else is getting poisoned?
No, you told me just to make the 3 fucking barrels, Sid! If you wanted extra wine, you could have fucking said so!
Well,
Yes, Sid,
I mean-
you fucking silly person.
that's probably
Jesus
something.
Christ, Sid! You have to use your fucking brain, Sid!
It'll be fine. I'm probably immune to this stuff anyway at this point.
Ugh, where am I gonna set this stuff up anyway?
Oh, just over here towards the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'll show
Well, could you lend a fucking hand, Sid, or just push us up here like a
Yeah,
freaking Kuatoa all day?
I'll help you. My good friend Harvey.
Jesus,
and you see like he's just he's pushing the car along and
I'm
God
helping.
damn it, Sid! You always come to me and you're like, Sid, I need some powder. Sid, look at this rash. Sid, and have I ever told you no? Get out of here, you disgusting kobold. No, I say, of course, Sid. Yes, Sid, we're friends, Sid. And then here I am pushing this goddamn cart up the hill all goddamn morning.
Well,
Got you.
yeah. It's okay. I'll give you a third snake one.
No, you can't just throw more snake holes at the problem and it goes away, Sid. You can't just buy me off with snake vaginas. Do you even have vaginas, Sid?
Vaginas.
Do I know?
Yeah, so you see them bickering back and forth as they push the cart over to the loading dock. Ugh. What's anybody
Yeah,
else
that was
doing?
good. Can we get a clap for that? Come on, that was good. Come on, Chip, clap away. Yeah, okay.
I support that. That was really good.
God, Brian, you don't have your laser restoration to restore yourself of getting the clap there, huh?
Ooh. The fucking Chip. Do you have any children? Because your dad puns are on point.
Alright, so I guess I would be looking to maybe. Do you know, like, I don't know what you'd call it, but sort of like peer pressuring everyone to just get fucking wasted.
Oh god, yeah. Like you're walking around like, oh my god, this is gonna be the best party, isn't it going to be? Like, I would be so embarrassed if I didn't
Oh my
live.
god, the world's ending, let's get fucked up! Like.
I think technically Grontus snakes have cochlea, is I think the name of their reproductive organ, something like that. And it's basically like an all-purpose hole. It's like their poop, their pee, and their reproductive all the same place. It's disgusting.
Plus, snakes have two pee-pees. Yeah. Lots to please the women with, I guess. Okay. Yeah,
And
so
that's
I would
why
be
the
doing my
snake
best.
men are the preeminent race of this world.
Two ding-dongs? Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'd be doing my best to sort of, like, incentivize people.
You're gonna be a hype man. You're gonna walk around and hype this party up for everybody.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Perfect. Just make
The idea is I want the...
make a blanket persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, my dad just mentioned in chat, Wednesday night, my whole family's going to be over at my house.
Nice.
Prior to and probably during the stream. So there's going to be people walking in and out. I'm going to be extremely agoraphobic and punch them in the goddamn throat. It's going to be perfect.
Nice.
That's how we express love in my family. So
Everyone like, has to outman each other.
actually, no, that's the exact opposite of my family. My family is like super laid back geeks.
Nice.
But yeah, so with your 18 persuasion, you're walking around. People are feeling really excited about this party. They're like, no one's going to know. We're gonna be wearing masks. Everyone's going to be equal today.
Yeah. You can totally have sex with each other and no one would even know. It's great. You can pretend that you're actually an alcoholic for the first time.
Pretend you're an alcoholic. I am playing these NPCs, sir. I have all the experience in the world.
Indeed.
Yeah, so you can see the festivities are being set up in a large, basically in the center of the castle. There is on the second floor, there is a ballroom surrounded by several smaller chambers where the festivities are going to be. The cloaca, thank you, Brian. I said cochlea. Cloaca is the correct. Thank you.
Cochlea is a better name. Let's be real.
I just put.
By the way, just out of character, guys, I had already prepared the masquerade ball before I even knew Henley was going to try to do this party thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He actually told me about it before I made my character. That's how long ago I planned this. Yeah.
Huh. Well, I mean, like, it's the easiest way to, like, fucking kill a bunch of people, so, like...
50 Shades of Snake. Jesus Christ, Brian.
I was trying to make, like, a 50 Sheds of Snake.
That's good. That's good. 50 Sheds of Snake. Yeah, I like it.
It kind of works. It's a little stretchy, but you know.
It's not too bad.
So are the snake skins.
Yep. And the snake cloacas. right?
You just give me 1,000 XP for that?
Yeah, I give people XP for puns all the time in chat.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
Yeah, so you can see people wandering around in and out of their masks. Excited, like the atmosphere is high. Everyone is excited about what's going to go on tonight. As far as you can tell, nobody really knows what this party's being thrown for. It may be the first party's been thrown in recent memory.
Nice. Well, that's a good sign. So, I mean, is there like some sort of banquet area? Like where's the biggest amount of food region?
Probably in one of the adjoining rooms is going to be where the food is going to be all set up. The main ballroom itself is a large central platform surrounded by a tiered, basically like an amphitheater almost arrangement of benches, and then there's also a in the northeastern sector of the room there is a band that is tuning up their instruments.
Cool. All right. So do I see like everyone else? Like, is the Rat King here?
No, none of the rat folk are here.
That's not good. They're the whole fucking linchpin in this plan. All right. Do we have is there a messenger that we can send down to the rat people? Maybe.
I mean, the Aarakocra have arrived, so you could probably send one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send one of the Aarakocra to just inquire what's going on with the rat people.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get everyone completely shit-faced. If I see someone who's like, yeah, I'm gonna take it easy, I'm just gonna see what's happening. No. I'm going to make them drink. I'm literally doing my absolute damnedest to make sure everyone gets fucked up as hard as possible. So I don't know what you want me to roll to make that happen, but...
I want you to make a series of 5 skill checks. 5 persuasion, deception, or intimidation skill checks. Depending upon...
Intimidation.
I mean, seriously, like, have you ever been, like... There's some intimidating people out there, like, you're not drinking? What's wrong with you? You too good to drink with us?
Dude, it's a fucking party.
What's wrong with you, nerd?
Yeah, right, do you think that... You're too good? Do you think the alcohol is just...
Alright, so... You said deception, intimidation, and persuasion?
Or persuasion, whichever one is best for you. Hey, what's up, Broke? It's good to see you, man.
I'm gonna do a series... I'm gonna do a series of deception and persuasion. Alright, 1...
Total of 5.
2...
Oh my
3,
god.
4...
Oh, wow.
Jesus!
Always had it.
Never didn't have it.
Oh,
11 was 6. You had 18, 19, 26, 18, 18.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah, so you make your way around the room, everyone, all the snake people, plastered. Just drunk out of their minds.
Nice.
You actually
I like
see
it.
several, before the party's even started, you see several of them like curled up in the corners, like already unconscious.
Like, there's like snake people drawing on other people's faces and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm probably not, but... Sure.
Yeah, so out of like the maybe 60 or 70 snake people that are attending the party, I'd say probably a good like 20% are actually just drunk out of their minds, either unconscious or like alcohol poisoning level drunk.
I can, just keep doing what I'm doing. All while looking like fucking Shaq. It's great.
Have your Shaq mask on. What's everybody else doing during this? While PP is circulating around the room, topping off everyone's drinks, spiking others.
Yeah.
And is he using like house wine and not my wine?
I imagine he's just using whatever is at hand. Like, you didn't tell him that You didn't tell him you spiked the wine, so he's probably like hard alcohol, like. Oh, what's that? You're drinking wine? No. We need to be drinking whiskey.
You know, okay. I have just a quick side tangent. When I was over at GDC, some fucking guy was having red wine and Coke, like in the same glass.
How many times did you punch him?
None.
None? 0 times?
Yeah. Did punch him once.
Jesus. I've never heard of that combination in my life.
I've heard of that once before, and there was a reason why they drank it.
Yeah.
And
So
I don't
let me
remember
try and describe the taste, right?
You
It
drank
tasted like
it?
Yeah, I tried a bit.
Oh my
It
god.
tasted like if red wine was carbonated, but then it went flat and you drank it.
Ugh. Sounds awful. I don't like Coke to begin with.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird, right? Yeah.
I do like bubbly wines like champagnes and like some of the different Moscatos and things like that, but
Or like a nice rosé.
In
Rosé's
Spain,
usually not bubbly.
in
They
Spain
have
and
some
Portugal,
dessert
they
ones.
actually sell that like in grocery stores. It's called Calimoxo. It's literally just cans of 50-50 cola and red wine. It's like a normal thing there. That's
The more you know.
I've
Ron
actually
Tusk,
seen
I've
sort of
heard about that. Is that in like you're somewhere over in like Romania or like Slovakia area, right? Somewhere that region of Europe.
Brian.
Anyway, sorry guys. Yeah. So you see many of the snake people just getting lit out of their minds. The Minotaurs all seem to be abstaining from the alcohol completely. But you do also see a number of the Aarakocra who have availed themselves of the wine and appear to be squawking and hiccuping at one another as they drink more and more wine. Hungry, yeah.
Nice.
So
Hungry like
three
a
of the
bull.
7 Aarakocra appear to be also very, very drunk.
Nice.
Party hard.
Okay. That was a hiccup with a squawk in there, by the way.
That was
in case anyone
perfect.
didn't get that.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
So at this point, when everyone's like starting to get really cocked up, I'm gonna start wheeling out the special
The
stash
special stash.
and bring it right to the center. And
Okay.
just, like I'm gonna have one of the ones that actually has wine in it, like tapped and ready to go, and just wheel all of them to the center, all 8 of them.
Okay.
And
Jesus Christ.
this is from Grand Juice Special Stash. This is high quality stuff from out of town. Everyone should really, really get in on this.
Yeah, so you see them starting to congregate around the barrels, and goblets and tankards are being passed from hand to hand.
I'm gonna grab PP and kind of walk him away from. PP, there's oil in the barrel. If you want to use the orb.
Oh my god.
Like right now?
Right.
The music hit the right point. Do it. Buscemi it up.
Buscemi!
Is everyone here? Like, is it a good time to use it?
Yeah, it seems like the majority of the people are there.
Alright,
We should tell the Minotaur to get away, though.
yeah, well, I mean, like, maybe I would just, like,
Wait,
give the nod
before
to-
we do this, I need to grab you guys' tokens. Let me just grab the old tokens here.
Before we blow everything up and
Alright,
kill everyone.
let me take you to the map. And
Okay.
then let me give you some tokens.
You even have barrels.
I just put them on the map, yeah.
I'm just moving Riyard out of there as he's probably just high off his mind wandering around the city at the moment. Unless you want him to be there. I don't
I mean,
mind.
I figured Riyard would be with the party at this point. He's just having a hard time, with the old...
Dealing with anything. He's tripping like crazy.
Just
Like,
out
you
of
talk
his...
to him and he's just like, this air tastes purple.
Wait, why are you hired?
Don't question it.
Yeah, don't ask. You don't know.
Alright,
You don't know his story.
He's just seeing things, hearing things. In this world, he has no idea what's going on, but there's something going on in the head.
What are these things back here?
What things back where?
These goobers behind us.
They are the boar. Basically, like they appear to be the foot soldiers of the snake men. They're boar.
Did I get those guys drunk, or
No, they're
like...
standing guard. They are on strict orders to guard the premises.
All right, and what's this thing?
That is the
That's
lizard
a
priest.
Now, is this like all of the lizard people? Like, is this like a large? Like, how big is the audience around this thing?
There's 2 lizard men. There are about 7 or 8 of the snake men. 2 kenku, so 2 crow men. Variants of the Aarakocra, not affiliated with your clan or your tribe. There's 2 minotaurs, and that appears to. And there's these 3 Aarakocra who are here. Everybody else in the room, I would say at this point, is just drunk off their mind.
Alright, so these guys here are friendly Aarakocra?
Yes. And also these minotaurs over
Alright.
here.
Alright, I'm gonna stand here. And then, like... maybe I'm just like... everyone's, like, around the wine barrels, and I'm like... ladies and gentlemen, a toast! A toast! Rah! A toast! And I hold up my glass, and I'm just like... to the end of the world, and everyone and such things.
What do you mean, the end of the world? Pee-pee.
The leader of the Yuan-Ti.
It's just a saying the Aarakocra have. Cheers!
Make a deception check.
Okay. I think I put my foot in my mouth. Hey, that'll work.
Hey,
He's
18
just
is
drunk.
pretty
Everybody's
good.
just like, ah, he's drunk.
You stupid parrots. How... but this is quite good wine. So we will avail ourselves of this. Yes.
Alright,
I'm just
and
rolling
then
to see where Riard stumbles to while all this is
And then-
going on.
and then I'm like, cheers, Buscemi! I hold up the thing and I point it at the barrels.
Oh boy. Alright,
This is a fireball.
what's
by
the
way,
damage of the
so-
fireball? Alright.
got you.
let's see.
I believe it's 12d6.
12 sounds pretty high.
I know that's for the delayed. Let's see, 8d6. Sorry.
Okay, that sounds...
8d6? Okay, roll.
Plus the explosion.
Yeah, 86 plus 10d6.
Okay.
Man, so many
There's a lot of
buttons,
ones in there, though.
right?
That's a lot of ones, yeah. Still, though. Make sense of that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, so everyone within a 30-yard or 30-foot radius of
Oh, fuck! God damn
the
it.
barrels needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
Guys,
Bye!
I mean,
Yeah,
dexterity is like PP-'s good stuff, right?
Is that the heart? Or, yeah, it is the heart.
And, yeah, PP and Dogbait both need to make one. Oh. Dogbait takes 48 points of damage. PP takes 24.
Hang on, I have a thingy
Yeah.
that lets me, like...
Not only am I down, I'm just like straight up dead.
Baylor.
Baylor!
Wait, no.
Pretty
That
sure,
was... Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure rogues have, because, to be fair, I've only used it once, so I didn't know what the explosion radius of this thing would be, so... I've only, like, okay, so I'm pretty sure rogues have a thing where, like, if you do a dex save,
It's level 7.
It's level 7? Okay, alright. That's cool. So how much damage do I end up taking?
You take 24. Darby takes 48.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a minus 19.
Had a thing.
I did not expect it to be that, but alright.
The fire, like
I've
the
never-
fireball plus the casks of wine,
5 barrels of oil.
right?
Oh, yeah.
There's a massive spreading pool of oil and wine in the center of the room. That is, everything in that area is drenched with or spattered with droplets of viscous flaming oil. The majority, you see the snake men just disintegrate. Force of the explosion. The majority of them die off the bat.
Some of them got some pretty high dex rolls in there.
Yeah.
I assume they're dex rolls, so. It's an 18.
They did
double
not
18s
all
and
stop, drop, and roll.
Nice. Good
Um,
job.
unfortunately, also, the Minotaurs were caught in the blast, but they appear to have weathered it better than most of the other creatures. The Lizardman Shaman is dead in the explosion, as are both of his bodyguards.
Cool.
The
But
leader,
that snake woman is really hot right now, though.
yeah, the leader of the Snake Women or the Snake Men is alive, very pissed off.
Hang on. Did you give them a disadvantage for being drunk as fuck?
The Snake Woman wasn't drunk.
Okay, alright.
The Snake Men probably should have a disadvantage. I'll roll them again.
Nice.
I think, yeah, one of them actually does die from being drunk as fuck.
Yay! We did it!
However, everyone else in the room, including the Minotaurs, turn and look at you. And though they carry no weapons with them, they just begin to charge towards you. Clearly hostile.
Even the Minotaurs?
You just fucking blew them up, dude!
They're our friends!
Right?
I did not think that explosion would be so big. Oh well.
I mean, it probably wouldn't have been so big without the inclusion of the 5 barrels of oil.
We could have possibly just left them to drink and get fucking knocked out too. That probably would have been the way to do it, but whatever, we're here now. So I'm rolling initiative.
Yeah, rolling initiative.
That fucking Duke. I'm dead. Yo, those 19s. Yo. And all of a sudden, Woody comes back and he's all like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
Willie, I never really died.
It.
Oof, that dog's so angry.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get fucking. I don't know. We'll see. My AC's okay, but it's not like. It's not great AC.
Sure.
Okay.
Alrighty. Them.
I think you screwed up that D20.
The one time, yeah. So Riard does go first, apparently.
Well, I kind of have to figure out what he's gonna do in this because just an explosion goes off and he's tripping, and he sees fire. So he might just try to attack the fire with fire.
Yeah, makes sense. Fight fire with fire, it's a common saying.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's going to shoot somewhere in this direction
Okay.
that he can actually
Nice.
see. And since because of his predicament, you tell me what happens.
Roll a d8.
Shoot PP with a fireball.
Might just happen.
You did shoot PP. The order was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
It is a finale. so-
But a 13 doesn't hit PP though, as far as I'm aware.
No.
Yeah, so a bolt of flame streaks right past your beak. Like, you can smell the scent of burning beak flesh.
Like, I'm pretty sure everyone was supposed to be on my side, but
Burning beak flesh.
I don't know what beaks are actually made of, technically speaking.
I don't know.
I
Bird?
approve.
You see, and you
Oh,
see
yeah.
the, what it does. Does Rio have anything else to do on this turn?
No, he's just dripping balls right now.
Okay, gotcha.
So was there any oil spillage and fire and stuff?
Yeah,
how
like
does that
this
work?
entire, like, platform in the center is just covered in a puddle of flaming oil.
Cool.
So the snake woman, you see her mouth distend horribly as these giant poison-dripping fangs erupt from her jaws, and she jumps towards you over, like, through the curtain of flames, attempting to fasten them about your neck.
I reckon if anything ever rolls over 15, I'm probably gonna cock it, so I only got like 10 HP left.
You got it.
Yeah.
Take 9 damage!
That's literally like the only
No
roll.
way.
that- I'm on 1 HP now.
That's so crazy.
And as she has her fangs buried in her neck, pumping poison into your bloodstream, she reaches down into your abdomen and attempts to drive her long, jagged nails into your stomach.
Anything over 15 and I die.
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
Nope! But she manages to squirm away, deflecting it, and keeping her talons out of your flesh. Sid's turn!
Sid rolled a strength there and made me get all like crazy.
I just hit the wrong button. Sid is going to pop out from around the corner and mumble a few words and attempt to throw a heal at PP.
Okay.
Yay!
What kind of heal is he throwing?
Full
Healing
heal.
word?
Okay, got you.
A burn heal.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Yeah, but what does the Minotaur's skew on me?
I mean,
And
and then afterwards he's going to scuttle back around the corner.
perfect. Who's up next? That's the troll.
Minotaurs.
Minotaurs! Yeah. So you see the Minotaurs lowering their horns as they charge towards PP.
Yeah.
Here it is,
yeah.
boys. I mean, maybe. You take 13 damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I mean, you're unconscious. As his horns
Oh
sink.
well. At this point, I have a Minotaur inside of me, so
As
Hey,
his
that's
horns,
a good night for Sid.
yeah, as his horns sink into your body, and you feel the consciousness fading. PP, make a death saving throw.
oh, did you need to roll initiative, Jason, and get in on the death saving throw?
Oh, fair point.
I'm
Yeah.
dead.
You're
yeah.
dead. Dead.
Forgot about that.
How much? Yeah. How many hit points do you have?
I have negative 19, but I have 29 hit points.
I feel like a lot of your players not being unconscious, they simply want to die. I don't even know what that means, Rex Terra. Okay, so Dogbait, go ahead and make a death saving throw. Very nice. Perfect. Alright, so PP and Dogbait are both okay for now. Riard's turn.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. The Eric Coker haven't gone yet.
Damn, what's going on in your house, Jason?
Are you serious? What's always going on in this house?
It's Banjo Kazooie going on, man.
Legit.
Yeah, so the Aarakocra flock, literally flock, do you get it? Flock to
Yeah, I
PP?
get it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Diving down, drawing daggers from their belts, and slashing at the Snake Woman and the Minotaur.
Cool. Well, I was hoping to actually, like, calm the Minotaur, but I'm dead as fuck right now, so I can't really do shit.
Yeah, so the Minotaur takes a total of 6 damage from one, and the Snake Woman takes a total of 6 damage from the other as they drive their daggers into their bodies, and they release their hold on PP, the woman's fangs sliding out of his neck, and the Minotaur's horns out of his abdomen.
Oh, I had 2 people inside me at the same time?
Oh yeah.
Kinky.
Mm-hmm.
Kinky.
Alrighty. And
PP's doing what Sid always dreamed of.
up next is Riard.
I'm actually not sure how Riard would react to this because he's not exactly conscious at the moment.
Sure.
So you're gonna have to help me out here. So I'm tripping. What does Riard see?
Oh, you probably see a bright light. Better walk towards it.
True. But do I run away from it? Is the thing?
I don't know, how conscious are you of, like, the white
Everything.
light being,
I can only see hallucinations at the moment. That is literally what's going on. So I need Byron to kind of guide me here.
I think that given, like, you would see this great flower blossoming in the center of the room, but the edges are serrated and they are slicing into the flesh of the creatures, tendrils drawing the bodies in towards the center bulb of the flower, as they are being consumed by the flesh, which in this case obviously is fire.
So I'd probably want to try and contain the flower. So, what he's going to do is cast Liamid's Tiny Hut on the center of the flame to contain it.
I like it.
Wait, that takes a minute to cast.
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna start casting it?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Hey GM, I don't want to play the game anymore. I'm gonna cast an entire fucking spell that takes 7 turns.
No, I
to
mean,
do.
I literally have to play a character who has no idea what's going on.
I get you. It's
So he's trying to contain the flower that's in front of him because it's a flower and you don't find those that often nowadays.
Alright, so the woman turns towards the other Aarakocra and leaps at him, apparently also bearing her fangs in his neck. Because why not? And striking out again with her taloned hands. And this time
How did
she...
that Minotaur kill that other snake guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see the one that was defending PP go down a welter of blood and feathers as she rips a chunk of his neck out with her fangs, and the looped coils of his entrails spill out onto the floor. The delicious smell of cooking meat as they join the entire smorgasbord of different flesh types that are currently being roasted by the oil trap that Sid, your good friend, set up.
Thanks, Sid.
You're welcome.
Speaking of which, it is now Sid's turn.
Perfect. Sid's going to walk back over, and he is going to cast Thorn Whip. Like there.
Right where? You have to cast it on a
I'm pinging.
person?
Towards
thought
the
you-
creature in range. Within 30 feet.
Okay. All right. I misunderstood. I thought I could cast it.
You have to get closer than that.
You could you could
Okay,
cast it at
40?
Pee-Pee and drag him away, right?
Sure.
Right?
There we go.
What a great idea. Nothing bad could ever happen.
Doesn't that hurt? Doesn't
It's
that
15
hurt me though?
Yeah, it would give you like 2
Yeah, but
death
sure.
saving throws, I think.
Jesus Christ!
I'm helping.
All right, fuck it. Do what you do.
Sure.
Hey, Pocket
And
Wookie, thanks for the
pull
follow,
the
man.
feedback.
Welcome to the Empire. Let's get a warm welcome in chat. Pocket Wookie, welcome, sir. By the way, you will now have 300 XP to participate in the chat minigame. So make sure you level up. And if you need a little inspiration on how to do so, check out the wiki that has all the jobs and classes for the chat minigame on there. You can figure out how you want to do it. So are you actually casting it on Henley? Or on
Yeah.
PP? Alright. So,
Yeah, sure. What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong, right?
So what happens? Talk to me.
Yeah, so
Talk to me.
you don't feel anything, but PP's unconscious body is dragged 10 feet across the ground towards Sid. And unsurprised, maybe surprised, maybe unsurprised, you see the boars just leaning on their spears watching the melee. Completely uninterested in what's going on. And I'm
Good.
pretty sure PP gets 2 death saving.
When it,
Like I have to roll them, or I just get failures.
Oh, never mind, it's only 1. I think.
Do I roll it, or do I just get a
No,
failure?
you just get, like, whenever you get damaged when you're down, it gives you a death saving. Or gives you a failure on death.
Oh,
If you
failure.
take any damage while you have 0 hit points, you suffer a death saving throw failure. If the damage is from a critical hit, you suffer 2 failures. But he was not within 5 feet, so it would not be an automatic crit. So you only suffer
Oh,
1.
A friendly guy tries to drag me away with a thorn whip within 5 feet, accidentally crits me, killing me. I like that. I like that plot.
He's
That's a
trying
good
so hard. Like, he's aiming for the least, like, maybe your leg or something. Something's like, I hurt that much. He just rips it out of the sockets. Whatever.
plot.
it sounds like cyberpunk.
Dogbait's turn.
Jason.
Yason makes the death saving throw.
Hey!
Nice.
The Aarakocra converge on the Snake Woman after it has downed 2 of their Aarakocra brethren.
Two?
You and the other one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you are one of them.
Hey! That's
Oh,
24.
that's sick 2d4! Dealing 9 and 7! Yeah, so you see her. She's got some deep puncture wounds in her chest and upper shoulders, leaking this thin greenish blood over her body, and her movements begin to slow as she's beginning to feel the fatigue and damage from the extended combat. And the Minotaur turns, lowering its head once again, but he does not manage to hit her as she sways out of the way as the horns go just past her abdomen. It's now Peepee's turn again.
Mm. No.
So is that
That's two deaths, 2 failures, 1 success.
Perfect. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta
do I see?
do a thing.
Things are scary.
They are. So you see, as Riard's eyes open, a sphere of crystalline force materializing around the fire and the bodies in the center of the room, snuffing out the flames. Riard, you would see the flower's petals closing in on themselves, as if night had arrived, protecting the bud in the center as it fades from your view. The light which was illuminating the flower dims until you see little but darkness in the center of the room. However, you still see the forms of several woodland creatures dancing over in this direction of the room. And they appear to be streaming petals and leaves from various points on their bodies.
Let's see. I'm tripping. This massively beautiful thing just happened before me. Alright. He's gonna fall to his knees and start like, kind of crying a little bit at the beauty of this flower.
Mm-hmm.
This flower just, you know, how it burst into life and now it's slowly fading into dusk. It's very omnipresent of life.
Is that
He was just too overwhelmed
Is
by
that what you're
his
doing on your turn?
emotions to go join in.
Too good.
Yeah, and he's just too overwhelmed by his emotions to go in and join dancing with the woodland creatures.
So the woman, very injured.
It's a double rainbow.
Basically.
rainbow across the sky. Lunges towards one of the Aarakocra, bearing her fangs in its arm as it attempts
He's
to.
got some fucking health.
Right? You deal 18 damage, and you can see the flesh withering and necrotizing around the puncture wound in its arm as it falters and spasms and falls to the ground, begins to jerk and shake uncontrollably.
What was that? Who was that?
One of the Aarakocra.
Okay.
Ugh, and she slashes at the other one, losing her footing on the slick ground, still coated in the remains of the oil which did not combust, and falls prone in her square. Sid's turn.
Sid's gonna
Alright,
run up to PP and not whip him and touch him in places that he doesn't want to be touched.
I like it.
And all of a sudden, PP's gonna feel better.
PP's PP is gonna feel great right now.
So, does that wake me up?
No, damage doesn't wake you up. Actually, the Cure Wounds does it. Yeah.
Does that go from 0 up, or does it go from what my current is?
It goes from 0 to 4.
0.
Yeah, you never go below 0, technically.
Okay, so it goes 0 to 4?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm off and about. Alright. Probably should have done that to the healer, but that's alright.
Well, you had 2 fails. I think he didn't have one. So.
Well, that
Sounds like some
that's
serious
it.
metagaming to me, bitch.
that said, he likes you. He doesn't really give a crap about me. So
That's true.
Dogbait's turn.
I don't know, he's never slept with a pinky before, so...
oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
shit!
Perfect.
That's my third.
All right, you
See?
gain 1 hit point and regain consciousness.
Yay!
Welcome back.
The last Aarakocra, not liking the odds, disengages and runs past you before taking flight down the staircase. The Minotaur, still snorting and throwing its head from side to side, charges at the woman again. And manages to rake her off the ground with his horns and tosses her across the room into the wall. And you can hear an audible cracking sound as her back hits the corner of the doorway, and you see both halves are basically fold around the corner. And she falls to the ground, a boneless, limp pile of flesh.
Nice.
PP Stern!
Alright, PP. How many healing potions on me, I wonder? Probably not. Nope. Okay. PP is going to take flight. And then he will, whoa. Did that move?
No,
Okay.
sorry.
Just move the thing.
He's just deleting all the board.
How many bad guys do we see left? Aside, if we're not counting Minotaur.
Not counting Minotaurs, none. All of the snake people and the
About
lizard
these
people are
guys?
dead. But what guys?
Were at the top there?
They're musicians. They're just over there, like, they're playing the
okay.
combat music you're hearing in the background right now. Off in the
Alright,
background.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
5 out
I
of 7.
take flight, and I'm like, brothers, I'm sorry about the friendly fire, but we've done our business. We've won. This is ours now.
Friendly fire.
Yeah. It hit all of us as well. I didn't think the explosion would be as big as it was.
Make a persuasion check.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Just because he said that it's going to be terrible. Ah.
Yeah, so 17, you see the Minotaurs, like, they're covered in burns, like, scorched patches of flesh and singed fur. But they look at you and look
I've
at
got,
each
like,
other.
balls of-
Like,
Yeah.
you ever do that again, little bird, we're gonna pluck your feathers.
Oh, well, I took as much as you guys did, so I think we over-prepared the explosion.
Seemed fine to me.
I'm like dripping from like several orifices, and some new ones as well. Some new ones that I have.
One of yours is dripping a white liquid as well, I believe.
Cure wounds, man. It's effective.
As you guys hear this, as the din of combat dies down, you hear the sound of heavy rainfall from outside, as well as the crashing sound of waves, much closer than they were at the start of the party.
Alright, I'm gonna go investigate, I guess.
Okay.
Well, let me do this first, because I guess we don't have 10 minutes to do that.
Oh, there's a giant worm!
Is that Paylor?
Baylor.
Finally, my master. Oh.
That's hard.
Slimy, but satisfying. Damn it. I know exactly where that's from. Fucking Lion
Yeah, exactly. Turning Lion King to something tawdry and cheap.
Yeah.
Never been done before.
That's a good quotation for Henley's chat.
Slimy but satisfying? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
No, turning something amazing into tawdry and cheap.
Okay. Yeah, so as you go, you see that the sky overhead is darkened into a charcoal gray, and that heavy sheets of rain are pouring from the heavens. The sea has arisen by at least 40 feet. Halfway up the cliff, the entire town of Dredgewater is underwater.
Is this the time to act? Typical.
Yes, if you would like.
Alright.
You guys, before you do that, PP also would see, as he goes to investigate, that of the Ratfolk fleet, only 2 of the ships have survived. The rough seas, the rest being dashed to pieces against the side of the cliff, as they attempt to find a safe harbor.
What happened to the Aarakocra that were that went to?
You do not see them.
Okay. All right. So yeah, is there any way that we can sort of fight the, like, I don't know if there's water like getting closer to us, like.
Basically,
what can we
the
do?
water is halfway up the cliff towards the castle at this point, and it continues to rise. And it is rising much faster than simple rainfall would indicate.
Is there anyone trying to get into the castle? Like, is it like the rest of the?
The city, as far as you can tell, the city has just been completely wiped out. Like a flash flood, a tsunami, caught the majority of the people in the city completely by surprise. Even the Ratfolk, who were at least partially prepared, were not ready for the fury of the storm and of the rising seas. And as mentioned before,
Is there anyone?
Go ahead.
Is there anyone like at the castle gates though?
No.
Trying to get in? No one? Okay.
No one.
Alright, well, I guess we did what we could.
Alright, Byron.
Do it.
So, do you want me to describe this, or do you care?
I want you to describe it, and then I'm going to have you make a saving throw.
Okay. So, basically, Riard just kind of stumbles out onto the precipice over the ocean or whatever, and he starts to cast a spell The only person who would recognize what happens would be dog bait. So basically, Riard starts to. I guess the way that it would look like is you just start to see like kind of like parts of his body just kind of like pop out into like this kind of gooey mass as he just kind of forms up into like a larger amalgamation. And then if you look closer, it reminds you of like the mushroom things that you fought. Like he's about as big as the giant mushroom king that we fought in the Feywild. And then he just kind of shakes off and just kind of spores go everywhere, like out into the water and whatnot, as just these giant growths of mushrooms start to pop up everywhere and kind of make some landmass.
Everywhere the spores touch moisture, even in midair, they erupt into structures much larger than the initial seed or spore would indicate. And as they fall towards the ground, they clump up on the top of the ocean like sea foam and are carried against the walls of the cliff and form colonies. And as they do, they spread, sending tendrils up the cliffside. As the spores fall on the soil on top of the cliff, they also send out tendrils and layers, this thin membrane of fungal tissue over the entire cliff face. And it begins to expand over and over again, absorbing the moisture in the air and the moisture from the ocean as it spreads further and further away from the cliff face, forming a floating landmass, a spongy, rippling landmass as far as the eye can see across the bitter sea to the north.
I honestly thought that you were going to say that this becomes Bikini Bottoms and he just created like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, no, basically, when the last fight with the king, basically the king of the mushrooms and Riard became one being.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You've been
So,
holding
like,
out for that long?
Riard's been carrying the Mushroom King with him since he woke up, basically.
You
Yeah,
had little
and
mushies inside you the
Oh,
entire
yeah.
time?
He had the
and I'm
mushies
glad I
up
didn't
in
get
him.
hit by that fireball because I would have taken like quadruple damage.
Are you being serious right now? The entire time you had mushroom people inside you?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just his mind is fused with mine. So what I did was I used magic to kind of turn into an amalgamation of both of our forms. In this 420 Blazeit haze of power that he got from drinking a magical concoction, and also in turning into like a camaraderie with this king. So he's accessing the Mushroom King's power as well. And now we're going to see if he just full on dies. What do I need to
like
roll?
it.
Charisma saving throw.
Love crusty and fungus, yeah.
Perfect.
No!
Perfect. Yeah, so as you look upon Riard, you can still see the vague impression of his face as this carpet of fungus spreads across the horizon. Fungal trees and protrusions, stalks and spires with gilled caps spread further back inland, but still where you saw him standing on the cliff overlooking the sea, you can see one last agonized look on his face before it is subsumed by the stem of the fungal tree that he is now transformed into. Standing overlooking as a silent sentry what remains of the bitter sea, the carpet of living fungus floating atop it. And that was the last time anyone spoke to the creature once known as Riard Lareth.
Or Underil.
Or Underil.
He would never be remembered as a wizard.
No.
You would only be remembered as a mushroom. A shiitake
Yeah.
mushroom at that.
Man, what a fate. I don't know if I could get down with that.
I think it's a cool way to end the campaign, though.
I think that in theory
So
Riard...
hang on, what does the mushroom stuff do? Like, what is that actually doing?
It's a landmass. You now have land, and it's just gonna float as the waters rise.
Like, have you ever seen quicksand? Like, you can walk on quicksand?
Yeah.
It basically just sits on top of a liquid mass, and if you have enough surface tension, you can just walk across it. That's kind
So
of
you
this
basically made
resemblance.
Waterworld out of mushroom people.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, y'all got a chance to
Goddamn.
live.
Y'all
Doing
got
my
a
job.
chance to live. Thanks, Riyadh.
Saving the
And-
world, one
I
mushroom
mean,
at a time.
in theory too, you could harvest the mushrooms as a source of wood-like substances and food and maybe even medicine, some penicillin perhaps. You know, for Sid.
I
So
like the
now,
idea.
so now we're
At
Smurfs.
least he's a continent.
We're Smurfs.
I don't want to be Smiths.
Riard really grew on me. He grew on everyone who likes Gone.
Damn, that fun.
How you guys can live by eating me? Come on.
Just put me in your mouth.
Nutty aftertaste.
Alright, so what's Pee-Pee doing?
Well, Peepee's just gonna wait until see what happens with this storm. You know, I mean, like he's got a castle. I mean, his Minotaur friends are there. We're gonna see about if we can try and get the rat people that
I was about to say,
crashed.
You see the rat folk who were still in the two ships as they become landlocked in this flexible carpet of fungus. They begin to hesitantly at first, but in greater numbers, begin to debark the vessel, and with their cutlasses and hand axes and belaying pins bared in their hands, begin to climb the beach towards the castle.
Yeah, I do. If there's any Aarakocra left, I mean, we do our best to sort of help them.
There's only one Aarakocra left, aside
Really?
from you.
Well, I thought we had. Okay, all right then. Yeah, I guess I'll help fly them up and stuff like that. I mean, we want to be friends with the people that are left, right? So.
I mean, they're going to be able to make it up on foot as well. But yeah, they make it up or make their way up towards the castle. But as you draw close to them, you see a gleam of avarice and murderous intent in their eyes.
What? Why?
Because they're greedy rat people. You did the hard
Okay.
work of securing the castle, and now they want the goddamn castle.
God damn it. Really? Son of a bitch.
But by the way, that's where I figure we leave the castle. The castle is secure. The gates are closed. You are inside with your Minotaur, your two Minotaurs who are left. Your Sid, Cedric's,
like-
your Harveys.
And Harvey.
Yeah, and Harvey. Don't forget Harvey Glassdick.
Glasscock.
Glasscock, thank you.
Glasscock, come on.
The
Don't make it weird. Oh yeah, the music. Yeah! Harvey's like, hey snake lady, how you doing?
I roasted some of them for you to make it easier. Now they will.
The rat wedding. So that's where we're going to end the campaign, guys. You guys have taken the castle. You have survived the coming apocalypse. Riard's sacrifice has secured the land in the immediate area around Dredgewater, at least for the time being, though the long-term results of his transformation and the terraforming of the land probably are not going to be explored during this session.
Alright. Well, shit. I did not expect that from the start of this campaign. I mean, we started
Who the fuck expected fungus explosion, animal people drugging an entire
Horses.
masquerade ball with GHB? Like,
Uh-huh.
no.
Yeah, that was a little fucked up.
Giving handies to a pack of rats and then farting all over them.
Okay, I think we all wanted to forget that. Thank you for that back in our minds.
I don't know. I thought it was a good session.
I had a ton of fun, which is how I measure my success in sessions. Like, if I feel miserable afterwards, I generally don't think of it as a very
Yeah.
good session. But this was
We
fun.
just remember the rolls that happened that was stupid in this game, because I think there were some pretty fucking stupid rolls. Let's all remember the roll of throwing a giant spear at an
Yes.
octopus.
The ballista bolt. You threw a fucking
Yeah.
ballista bolt and killed a kraken with it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah. And rest in peace, Woody. Like, you'll die forever young.
And as the only surviving original character,
Oh, I don't know
Paylor-
about surviving.
Paylor's
Oh,
Grace.
I was about to say, Riyadh didn't really survive, but...
No, fucking Dogbait,
survived?
the ultimate survivor.
Dogbait, man.
Dogbait has
Like-
always survived. He survived his comrades who died in battle. He survived his current comrades who died in battle. Like, everyone around him dies.
You know what though? I really enjoyed playing PP. Like,
Oh my God.
Eric Kirk were a lot of fun.
No. I just realized what this is, especially with the ominous music playing. The rain wasn't the curse upon the world, it's Dogbait. He just brings destruction and death wherever he goes. We didn't stop it, we didn't win, he's still alive. He's still
Halo be
Yeah.
praised, right?
Halo be praised. I do it in the name of Paylor.
Paylor.
Guys, let's like. I think that.
yeah,
I think
he
that it
ominously
stands.
turns around and he's just smiling. He's like,
I feel
All
like
according
it's
to plan.
worth noting. Like,
Yeah, no. Then all of a sudden I get like a English accent going and just start talking really smart. Well, this is
I see that my hypothesis was correct. Oh, these poor simple fools did exactly what I expected.
And he takes over the world as the water baron.
Mm-hmm.
king of all the water.
Awesome.
I feel like with the end of the session, the end of the season of Crimson Chains, I want everybody, each player, to remember back to the most notable. I think that maybe Dave's is going to be the Ballista Bolt, but
Yeah.
the most
No.
memorable time you had during this season, during this campaign. So we'll start. Dave is the Ballista Bolt. Go with Brian, even though Brian was only here for 2 sessions.
When I think way back to when I started playing in this campaign all of 2 weeks ago, I remember fondly the first night having sex with 5 rat folk and then farting in their faces. And then afterwards, casting Lesser Restoration and Byron just being stunned at the time that I even put in the flavor text. And that is something I will never forget.
It was maybe one of the biggest outplays I've ever seen as a DM. Like I was so ready to give you some horrible rash.
Trot, to be specific.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know what? Getting Woody's knob was also pretty fucking spectacular.
Just finding this piece of ironwood out in the forest that you literally
So, let's-
used to break the chains that were binding you. You know.
It was okay. So it was literally a 1d100. I rolled a 100, and then there was another one afterward to like decide on its rarity or
No,
something.
it was
like
a
that, and
strength
then I
check to break the chains you were wearing with the stick.
All right, and it was a 20 as well, and I'm just like, that never happens. That like never happens ever. It's never happened before, and it'll never happen again. Guaranteed.
Jason, same questions
That was
for you.
pretty good.
I know Dogbait. Everybody's like, Paylor, and Dogbait's like, hit me, don't hit my friends. But what was the highlight for Dogbait this entire season? We've been playing this game for a while.
Have we?
Been about
Honestly,
3 or 4 months.
It's really hard because like I never really got a chance to shine. Like I mean, I guess my favorite part would probably be when everyone was dead already, and then I missed that session, and then I ended up being the Water Baron at the end. That was kind of cool. I mean, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's one of those weird things where like whenever we needed you, you weren't there.
Yeah. My favorite part about playing Dogbait is that when I wasn't there, that's when Dave died.
That is true.
Well, to be fair, I was
Like-
pretty fucking stupid with my role playing that session. Like, there was a lot of things I could have done to avoid death, and I didn't do any of them at all.
Well, also
But-
Ray kind of messed us up a little bit there during that because he's just like, just attack.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I do remember that.
Just attack.
But you know what?
But I mean, I loved everything about the game. I mean, it was just so surprising the way it turned from being prisoners to whatever this was.
Whatever this happened to be at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what's the middle part about the whole Fae run, I like, because I don't really know much about D&D and stuff, so that to me wasn't really as interesting, but mostly because it's like, hey, go here and fight these guys. I'm like, okay. Where it got interesting was when we were doing things like talking to people, or like, you know, like as you can see, like PP, like his entire thing was like deception and yeah, being a
Deception and
parrot
squawking.
stuff, so.
Exactly. Those two things.
Deception and squawking, yeah. And
And-
I don't know, it was fun. Like what I really enjoy most about D&D is there's a couple of things. The first is when you can sit down with a bunch of people and just fucking shit talk. And I feel like out of every group that I've had, like this one has just been the most easy to sit down and just be like, hey, so let's fucking talk about gods for a second and how this guy seems like he might be a stoner. Like, I don't know, that's not something that normally happens in these games, so GG fellas, GG.
I think we ended up with a really good cast. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to the Cyberpunk game. I haven't ever played with Gamersire, never played with Arthur or Virgil, so that's
Those
going to
guys
be.
are just a treat. Like,
Well, I know they're both very, very talented and very fun, but sometimes personalities, like, you never know. You never know how people are going to actually meld together in the gaming sense.
Arthur's
Here's the
wonderful.
I know
Virgil is
Arthur's
awesome.
gonna take this opportunity to just try and be the biggest jerk. I know that because, like, he's just gonna do what
He's a
I do
corp.
in his games. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's a corporation.
he was gonna play Rocker Boy at the start, and I was like, man, holy shit, he's gonna wreck me if he plays Rocker Boy, but he didn't, so I'm kind of glad of that. But you know, yeah, it's gonna be fun, and it's a nice sort of. I'm glad that we can take the feelings that we had in this game and move them over to the next one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for it. And obviously, last but not least, Chip, same questions. What was the highlight for the entire season for you? What was Riard's best moment?
I think the really two defining moments, I'd say, are the ending of both of the kind of arcs. So the one where he's just trying to sacrifice himself to get this thing done with Onderil, and then just this final ending where it's just a bet all the dice, and if it works out, it's going to work out for everybody, but not so much for Riard. And so, because Riard started off as a kind of serious character, then I was just like, I can't play a serious character with these guys, so I just ended up making him just kind of wisecracky, and it ended up working out. And I mean, he got to cast some really crazy cool magic at the end, and that's what playing Wizard's all about.
Yeah,
But-
you were pretty frustrated at the start of the game. I remember just because of how.
No,
could
I
do-
was legitimately joking along with it. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I was mad. Just thought it was like really, really funny that I picked a wizard in all these situations where being a wizard is horrible.
I would have loved
Yeah,
it.
I remember.
Byron, if you would said at the start of the game, okay, make your characters. Okay, now you're all slaves and you don't have any of your gear. That would have just been like, I would have been like, yep, great stuff. Let's keep that shit up. But anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Jason?
I just remember at the start when we were sitting there scavenging for crickets, so
Right?
I remember that.
We started from the bottom and now we're here, you know?
But I'd have to say my overall highlight of the campaign is we spent an entire night trying to jump over 3 snake pits and have our members fall into the snake pit, set the snake pit on fire, almost die to fire, we have to go rescue somebody from the snake pit, then they fall into the next one and just repeat, and it's just 4 hours of us trying to get over these 4 snake pits.
I'm glad that was the...
That was the funny
Wow.
part of
That was the low light for me. That was the I'm gonna give up DMing forever.
funny. That was
Hey,
funny as all get out, though.
You guys probably don't know this, but the funniest part about that is my very first game. That was the biggest problem in our very first game with me and Typical.
Oh
Dealing
Jesus
with the
Christ!
out of a
Crypt of the
hall.
Everflame, Jesus.
Yeah, the little pits. We fell in pits like literally all the time, and like I think 2 of our party members died just from the pit. Just one pit room. It wasn't even like a whole bunch of pits everywhere. It was just one pit room. So, yeah.
There was the pit room. There was the blunt arrow trap that didn't kill you, just knocked you unconscious. Perfect.
D&D is so stupid in that way. I honestly think that like out of all the games out there, it's like, yeah, you have the freedom to do anything you want aside from like the most logical thing. Like, hey, I want to get over this hole. How do I fucking do it? Well, try and do things. And it's like, yeah, sometimes being so open and logical just doesn't work, you know what I mean? But yeah. D&D,
That's-
ladies and gentlemen.
That's it for us tonight, guys. Next week, we're going to be streaming character creation on Henley's channel, so look for the host going that direction.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's going to be a
We
lot of
got,
talented people, so...
Yeah, the first episode is going to be kind of like, if you want to know what Cyberpunk is all about and you want to know, because I've made a lot of rule changes to the basic game of Cyberpunk, because let's face it, it's a fucking TTRPG made in the 80s. Right, that
Just
shit's...
the meat grinder days.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's some shit that goes on in that game for real. So if you guys want to fucking come check out Cyberpunk, also, it's a great idea because the character creation is actually very detailed. That's the one thing I like the most about Cyberpunk character creation is how dense it is. It's actually incredibly, like, you ever had a problem of how to get your character to fit into a world before? Cyberpunk fixes that. Seriously, it just does.
I'm actually really excited for my character, a veterinarian who just puts.
Save it. Save it.
I will.
I actually like your character a lot. I like your character a lot.
Dave,
yeah?
I figured out what the first one's gonna be. Do you want to hear it now?
Nope. After.
Okay.
After.
Okay.
Tell me after.
Okay.
If you want to find out what it was, what we're talking about, you should tune in next week. It'll be great.
I got a really unique character, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna go well or not.
Alright, guys.
Yep. I think that's it for us here tonight, guys. Thanks for
really
being
good.
here for the finale. We'll be back next week with Cyberpunk character creation. You'll get to hear all about what we're going to be doing. Same time, same place, but we will be hosting again over to Henley's channel. So make sure you join us over there in chat, and we'll see you then. Have a good night, and make sure you tune in tomorrow night for the finale of the Twitch Plays D&D Adventure on Sword Coast Best Served Cold campaign. So, see you guys. Have a good time.
It's been fun, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Alright. Yeah.
We out.